or let me say, people need to be free. We are here as the Portfolio Committee for Social Development.
Sithi abantu abachapuluke sizela namhlanje njengekomiti yezokuthuthukiswa kwezehlala kuhle.
And we'll be appreciating if during our deliberation, each and everyone can use the language that that person understands best.
Begodu nas busy sikhulumisana nomunye umuntu chapulukile ukuthi asebenzise ilimi lakhe alizwisisa ngcono
So
nakhudlwana.
we must all feel free. We are in South Africa. We have 11 plus 1 official languages.
Manje kufuze sichapuluke ngombana siseSouth Africa begodu sinamalimi alichumi nanye esingawasebenzisa.
I was checking if we do have somebody who is going to welcome us.
Bengihlola ukuthi ngabe khona ozosamukela nahlangana nathi.
But let me also tell you that amongst our midst,
Kodwana kodwa ithingi nitshele ukuthi hlangana nathi namhlanje
our public hearing has been graced by the presence of our 2 leaders.
kunabaholi bethu ababili abahlanganyele nathi namhlanje.
We have the MEC for Social Development in this province.
Sino somkhandlu wezehlala kuhle eMpumalanga namhlanje ehlangana nathi.
Mamlindiwe njali njali.
Umamlindiwe njali njali nangu
Can you
yasilima.
please? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We also have the Minister of Social Development.
Begodu sinongqongqotjhe wezehlala kuhle eSouth Africa.
I don't know whether it's a coincidence or it's planned that they become Beatles.
Angazi ukubana sekuhlangana kwezinto ukuthi
We do
bagcine
have,
babe namabizo afanako na.
we have the Lindiwes in the house.
Bobabili bolindiwe.
Our Minister Lindiwe Zulu is here with us.
Ungqongqotjhe wethu ngulindiwe Zulu.
So what is going to happen when we busy continuing with our program? At the end, I will give the 2 to say whatever they have, and also to assist in answering some of the questions or issues that will be raised by the committee members.
Nasi siya
Thank you very much.
ngekugcineni kwehlelo lethu namhlanje singizokubawa omunye hlangana nabo ukuthi anikele ngenkulumo begodu aphendule embuzweni nemibonweni ezobe iveziwe.
My name is Kensani Kate Bilankulu Makhabane.
Igama lami ngingu-Kate Bilankulu Makhabane.
I'm the acting chairperson.
Ngilibambela likasihlalo
Our chairperson is not with us today.
ngombana usihlalo wethu ake asinathi namhlanje.
I'm not alone, I'm with the members of the Portfolio Committee.
Angikhambi ngedwa ngikhamba namalunga wekomiti eqalane nezokuthuthukiswa kwehlala kuhle.
Members of Parliament in this table.
Okumalunga weParliamente kilitafula engiyo.
We are here on our public hearing
Size la ukuzokulalela amazizo omphakathi
on the Children's Amendment Bill.
ngomthethomlingwa wokukhibelelwa komthetho oqalene nendaba zabantwana.
So you are all welcomed.
Nonke namukelekile.
I believe you are here because there is something that you want to see at the end of the day.
Ngikholwa bona nonke nize namhlanje la ngombana kunento nakuphela ilanga la namhlanje enokufuna kuyibona.
You want to contribute
Nifuna ukufaka isandla
in this amendment bill.
ekukhibelelweni kwalomthethomlingwa.
And we thank you very much. We know that you do have something to do, but you left everything and say, let me go there in order to contribute to our country.
Sifuna ukunithokoza ngombana ukuza kwenu la kutsho ukuthi nichiye ezinye izinto emakhaya ebeningazenza. Kodwana nabona ukuthi nize la nokufaka isandla.
And let me tell you,
Ithini nginitshele begodu.
it's history.
Ngumlando namhlanje.
You must walk with that pride to say, I participated in amending that bill.
Kufanele uzikhakhazise ngokuthi utsho ukuthi nakuchugulula lo yamthetho ngangikhona ngafaka isandla.
So, I'll give this opportunity now to the members of the Portfolio Committee
Ngizokunikela leli thuba kumalunga wekomiti
to introduce themselves.
ukuthi azazise.
Then after that, I will tell you what is going to happen.
Ngemva kwalokho ngizakutsho ukuthi yini into ezokwenzeka namhlanje.
Nita sungula hala ka voko ra mina ra ximatsi.
So I'll start from my left.
Va ti tivisa kusukela le makumu ka lava nga mbala swa ku tshuka.
So they will introduce themselves from the
Swi ta va swi
member
kha swi
in
fambisa
red
sweswo ku ya fika le makumu.
all the way to the other end of the table.
Sweswo hi swi endlela ku hi ta heta la hi tivana.
We do this so that we may all know each other,
Because it's good for the members to be known as representatives of parliament.
Senza konke lokhu ngombana kuqhakathekile ukuthi amalunga aziwe njengabajameli beParliament.
And sweswo, na n'wina ti-membera ka that other side, when you start introducing yourself, when you start, you want to comment on something, you have to introduce yourself first.
Nani njengabahlanganyeli kulomhlangano na ukhulumako kunento ofuna ukuyithwaya namkha ufuna ukuveza umbono sizokubawa ukuthi uthome uzitsho ukuthi ungubani nokuthi ujamele siphi isakhiwo naye ukuthi ubuye ehlanganweni.
We'll also want to hear from you whether you're supporting the bill or not.
Begodwa sifuna ukwazi kini ukuthi lo mthethomlingwane yawusekela njani na.
I'm now going to this opportunity to honorable members to start introducing themselves, starting by Honorable Aris.
Morning.
Lochani,
I'm Letitia Aris, member of the Portfolio Committee on
Aris.
Social Development.
ilunga lekomiti yezokuthuthukisa kwehlala kuhle.
I want to thank the people that are here today.
Ngithanda ukunithokoza ngokuza kwenu lapha namhlanje.
Thank you for caring for our children.
Siyanithokoza ngokuhlogomela kwenu abantwana bethu.
And thanks to come and give your input on this important amendment act.
Begodwa
Thanks.
siyanithokoza ngokuza kwenu nizokunikela ngemifakela yenu namhlanje.
Thank you very much. Honorable Mvana.
Morning.
Lochani,
Sanibonani. Igama lami ndinguNonkosi
My name is Nonkosi.
Mvana,
Mvana,
ilungu lekomiti.
ililunga lale komiti.
Nam ndiyavuya unibona nigcwalisa iholo.
Nami ngiyathaba
I'm
ukunibona
also happy to see you filling up this hall,
Ngakumbi ngemini yesonto.
especially on a Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Manganyi.
Namishaweta,
Greetings to everyone.
mina na mina ni un'wanyani wa komiti leyi.
I'm also a member of this committee.
Ni khensela ku vona vanhu va Mpumalanga kusuka la hi sukaku kona a Bush.
I am happy to see people of Mpumalanga from as far as where we went first in Bushbuck Ridge.
Holo a yi tala yi tlhela vanhu va chulukela hansi.
They always fill up the hall and we have an overflow outside.
Kwa kombisa ku ri vanhu va swi lava ku ri palamente yi ta ka vona nkarhi na nkarhi.
So this is an indication that people really want Parliament to come to them from time to time.
Na mina loko ni yimela
Standing here as well,
ni ri na hina timembara ta palamente hi mahlo na milomo yo vulavulela n'wina a parlamenteni.
so as members of Parliament, we are your eyes and ears in Parliament.
Kuna tiyindlu timbirhi or tinharhu
We have 2 houses in parliament.
Hina executive, hina lava va vitaniwaka ti backbencher lavo endlaku ku ri milawu yi va kona.
So we are the members who sit at the back and make sure that we have laws in parliament.
Ni titsongahata,
I really humble myself.
vito ra mina ni Jane wa ka Manganyi,
My name is Jane Manganyi.
na khensa.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Aris. Oh, speakers.
Goedemorgen.
Lotshani,
I am really glad to be here in your town today.
ngithabile namhlanje ukuba lapha namhlanje.
I have never seen Mpumalanga the way I'm seeing it now, this week.
Ngiyathoma ukubona iMpumalanga ngendlela engiyibone ngayo kule veki.
My name is Mari Sukas,
Ngingumari Sukas,
en soos u kan hoor, ek is van die Kaap af.
I am from the Western Cape.
And as you can hear, I'm from Cape Town, from the Western Cape. We,
begodu ngizwa ukuthi ngibuya eTjingalanga Kapa, eWestern Cape.
we are here today to listen to you.
Size lapha namhlanje ukuze sizonilalela.
And this is a very important part of the democratic process.
Begodu le yingcenye ekulu yekambiso yentando yeningi.
The Children's Amendment Bill
Umthethomlingwa lo wokuchugululwa komthetho oqalene nendaba zabantwana
focuses on the rights of children
uqale begodu utsheje khulu amalungelo abantwana
and all the aspects that deals with that.
kanye nakho konke okukhambelana nalokho.
And you have an important input to give to us
Begodu nina ninomfakela omkhulu ekufuzeni sinikele wona.
because laws must serve the people.
Ngombana imithetho kufuze isebenzele abantu.
So thank you for coming. We are very glad to have you here.
Ngalokho siyathokoza ngokuza kwenu namhlanje lapha begodu siyathaba ngobukhona benu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Abrams.
Thank you, Chairperson, and good morning to everybody.
Lotshani noke,
My name is Alexandra Abrams,
ngingu-Alexandra Abrams.
and I look forward to having an open and honest and frank conversation with everybody here on the Children's Amendment Bill. So thank you very much for coming.
Ngilindele ukuba namaxoxo amahle nani noke ngalomthethomlingo oqalene nendaba zabantwana. Ngiyathokoza.
Thank you very much, Honorable van der Merwe.
Sanbonani. Goeiemorgen. My name is Liesel van der Merwe.
Ngingu-Liesel van der Merwe.
I'm also a member of parliament on this portfolio committee.
Nami ngililunga leparlamente kule komiti.
And as all my colleagues have said, it is a great honor to be with you today.
Njengabo bonke abasebenzisani bami sele bachile. Kulithabo nehlonipho ekulu ukuthi sibe hlangana nani.
We are here to listen to you today and to listen to your concerns with regards to the amendment bill before parliament.
Size la ukuzokulalela imibono namathwenyeko wenu ngalomthethomlingwa.
And we want to assure you that all your concerns that you will be raising with us today, we will take back to parliament and consider very seriously.
Begodu sifuna ukuniqinisekisa ukuthi wonke amathwenyeko namazizo enizowaveza namhlanje sizowathatha siwase eParliamente lapho ayokutshejwa khona.
So thank you again, and we look forward to engaging you.
Ngiyathokoza godu begodu ngiqale begodu ngilindele ukukhulumisana nani.
Thank you very much, Honorable Masango.
Sanibonani.
Lotshani.
Nami ngifuna ukugcwalisekisa lokhu ozakwethu asebekushilo ukuthi banibonge.
I
futhi
also want to add on what my colleagues have already said in thanking you,
ukuthi niye nangaya nasemasontweni namhlanje
that you have left all your responsibilities, even going to church today,
ngoba nibona ukuthi indaba yomthetho wokuthi sihlokomela abantwana isemqoka kakhulu.
because you consider the issue of the children's issues and this bill as a very important thing.
Igama lami ngu Bridget Ntombizodwa Masango.
My name is Bridget Ntombizoto Masango.
Ngibonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, honorable members.
Ngithokozile malunga ahloniphekileko.
We're now proceeding with our program.
Manje sizokuragela phambili nehlelo lethu.
As members of this portfolio committee,
Njengamalunga wale committee,
we started our hearing at the Limpopo province.
sithome ngokulalela umphakathi eLimpopo.
On the first day, we're at Wembe region.
Ngelanga
Makwarela.
lokuthoma besisiyingini sebembe,
Here, Amopani Alinyenye.
saya eMopani elinyenye,
Here, Polokwane, I reject Botes Hall.
saya ePolokwane Checkpotes Hall,
Here, Kaskukuna, I Makudu Tamar.
saya esikhukhuni ngaphasi komasipala
Then,
weMakhulu Thamara.
then we proceeded on Thursday
Ngelesine
to
sakhamba,
Mpumalanga.
saya eMpumalanga.
Friday, we're at Bushbuckridge local municipality.
Ngelesihlanu besise Bushbuck Ridge kwamasipala,
Saturday, yesterday at Nkomazi.
izolo besise Nkomazi.
Today, we are here at JS Moroka.
Namhlanje silapha
At
Dr. JS
Kameelrivier.
Moroka.
At Kameelrivier, you'll pardon my,
eKameelrivier.
and tomorrow will be at Hartsibande.
Kusasa sizabe sise Gersibande,
That will be our last day here in this province.
okuzabe kulilanga lethu lokugcina kule province.
We'll be proceeding to other provinces,
Begodu kusuka lapho sizokhamba siye kamanye ama-province.
but also will be guided of the situation concerning COVID-19.
Kodwana sizokuthi nasenza lokho sizabe sihlahlwa bujamo
We're
ngalobu
supposed to
bulwele
go to,
be-COVID-19.
we're supposed to go to the northwest next week,
Iveke zakube kufuze siye e-Northwest.
but unfortunately, we won't be going there next week.
Kodwana ngechudu elimbi angeze sisaya iveke
We'll be
zabo.
advised later on.
Bazasitshela ngemva kwalapho ukuthi senzeni.
As I've already said that we are here as members of parliament,
Njengomana bese ngitshilo sila njengamalunga weParlamente,
we are here to listen to you.
sizele ukuzonilalela.
We want you to raise issues,
Sifuna ukuthi niveze lokho okunithwenyako,
the comments,
nibe nemibono,
the critics,
nibe nalapho nihlaba
or
khona,
challenges, as well as recommendations.
begodu nibe nemphakamiso enizenzako.
The portfolio committee members are here only to listen to you and to ask clarity-seeking questions.
Amalunga wekomiti ezela ukuzonilalela nokuthi godi abe nemibuzo efuna ukucaciswa.
I've already indicated that as members of the community, you can use any language.
Bese ngitshilo ngaphambilini ukuthi njengamalunga omphakathi ninelungelo lokusebenzisa elinye nelinye ilimi.
And the main purpose for us coming here is the Children's Amendment Bill.
Umnqopho wethu osenze bona size la
The
mthetho
objectives,
mlingwa otsheje indaba zabantwana.
and the objectives of the bill seeks to address challenges that were identified in the implementation of children's protection services in the following manner.
Umnqopho walomthetho mlingwa kulungisa amathwenyeko nokungakahlali kuhle kwezinto ekufezakalisweni
To provide legal solutions to the challenge of backlogs in the foster care system. To provide a legal solution to the challenges of backlog in the foster care system.
Ukutsho ukuthi malungana nokuhlogonyelwa kwabantwana ngiliphi iragelo phambili elizokuthathwa.
It gives also clarity on which children should be defined as in need of care and protection so that they can be placed in the foster care system.
Kucacisa nokuthi abantwana bazokuhlathululwa njani ngaphasi komthetho mlingwa lo ngemva kobana sewuphasisiwe.
And also to see to it as to how children are being placed on social grant
Kuqalwe nokuthi abantwana bafakwa njani emalini yesibonelelo
and also the top-up.
kunye nokukhitshelelwa.
It also seeks to prohibit child marriages
Uqalelele nokuthi izokudenjwa njani indaba yokuchadwa kwabantwana.
It also seeks to strengthen protection of children's rights of privacy,
Uhlose nokuqinisa amalungelo abantwana kunye nefihlo yabo.
it also seeks to strengthen the parental rights and responsibilities of unmarried fathers.
Nokuqinisa amalungelo angokomthetho wababelethi ababobaba nababoma.
It further seeks to address challenges in the early childhood development program.
Uqale godu nokuthuthukiswa kwendaba zokukhuliswa kwabantwana kusukela ebuncaneni babo.
It also seeks to include state social workers to perform adoption services.
Uqalwe nokuthi umbuso ungena njani lokha nakwenzwa inkambiso zokutholwa namkha zokuadoptwa kwabantwana.
It also seeks to remove provision relating to adoption fees from the Principals Act.
Uhlose godu nokuqala indlela uadoptwa kwabantwana okuzokuragwa ngayo ngokwekambiso yalabo abaphetheko.
Na swin'wana.
And many more others
Leswi n'wina namuntlha mi nga ta hi tela na swona.
that you will recommend here.
So we are going to proceed with our hearings.
Njeke sizokuragela phambili nokulalelwa kwethu.
We are going to do it in this way.
Sizokwenza nganasi indlela.
We'll do by the show of hand if you want to say something.
Sizokuphakamisa isandla lokha nasifuna ukukhuluma okuthileko.
I'll be taking hand from this other side
Ngizabe ngiyamukela izandla kusukela ngale
and
hlangothi
to the other side.
ngize ngakileli hlangothi.
So you'll indicate by the show of hand. There are
Nizokuphakamisa
people who will
izandla
assist you to come to this row.
bese ke bayanikhetha nizokujama umjeje
Whoever
emdulini.
is going to speak, unless if it's an elderly, will allow that person to speak wherever that person will be sitting.
Nanyana ngubani ozokukhuluma ngaphandle kwalokho nangabe umuntu
But the rest
osekakhulileko,
will
sizokubawa
come
ukuthi
here in
eze
this
azokujama.
row.
Kodwa nabanye sibawa ukuthi beze bazokujama umjeje kilezi ntulo.
Sehasungula.
Siyathoma ke.
Lava ku vula swo karhi hi bill leyi. Hala ka side ra mina ra Ximatsi, hi nga yimisa mavoko.
Sizokuthoma ngale hlangothini elingesinceleni sami siphakamiseni izandla.
I see the first hand, the second, the third.
Nabaqeda
the fourth.
ukukhetha ungeza ngaphambili.
There are 4 hands this side. Can we assist, please?
Kunezandla ezine ngakileli hlangothi.
Is there any other hand this side?
Sikhona esinye isandla ngakileli hlangothi.
No. On my
Asekho.
right hand side, do we have
Ngesandleni sami sokudla
people who want to?
bakhona
Yes, I
abafuna
can see
ukukhuluma.
one. Is it only one from this side?
Munye kwaphela ngakileli hlangothi ofuna ukukhuluma.
Okay. I know kuloko van'wani va sungule ku vula hi ta sungula ku khoma ndzilo na hina.
I know when others start talking, some of us will also be interested.
Ngiyazi ukuthi nase ngithoma ukukhuluma nabanye bethu mhlawumbe nase kuthoma sikhuluma la nabanye bethu bazokuba netshisakalo yokuveza yabo imbono.
We are going to do it this way.
Sizoyenza nganasindlela.
I'll be affording you 5 minutes.
Ngizonipha imizuzu emihlanu.
So it's good for you not to give stories. or to
Kuhle-ke
tell
ukuthi
stories,
ungasixoxeli
but to
indaba.
tell exactly what you want to do or what you want to see being changed or
Kunalokho
what
usitshele
you want to
bunqopha.
see being amended.
Usitshele bunqopha lokho
Because
ofuna
giving
ukukubona
more of
kutjhugululwe.
history, you may end up not putting what you want to put up front.
Ngombana na uzosixoxela indaba
I
ngeke
said,
sikhone ukuyifaka.
You
kuhle.
introduce yourself, you tell us where you are coming from, you
Uyazethula.
tell us also whether you support or you're not supporting.
Utsho nokuthi uyawuvuma umthethomlingwa lo uyawusekela namkha awa.
And the time is yours, ma.
Ithuba ngelakho sisi.
Sanibonani, igama lami nginguThembi wakaNkalimeng, ngibuya eKwaGafontein.
Hello, my name is Thembi Nkadimeng. I'm from Kwaggafontein.
Cha. Thembi Nkadimeng. Ngiyavumelana mina nalomthetho. Number
I
one.
agree with this bill.
Futhi ngiyajabula ukuthi nisinikeze ithuba as a parliament.
And I also
ukuthi
thank the
nize kithi
parliament
ebantwini.
to give us the opportunity to have a say.
Lokho kukhombisa ukuthi niyasinaka.
That shows that you really care about us.
We have challenges ku ground la esikhona thina.
We have challenges here in the ground.
In the social development, ngi ECD practitioner and the manager for Thembi Preparatory School.
In the social development, I am the ECD practitioner.
And the manager of ECD Center. The only thing, into esingakwazi ukuyithola kahle, is the support from our local offices.
The only thing that we do not get is the support from the local offices.
We all know ukuthi sinama social workers in our areas, la sihlala khona.
We do know that we have social workers in our respective areas,
But we don't get support for us. Mina, I believe ukuthi uma usebenza ngabantwana, kufanele the state of mind and your emotions are right so that you can give love to children.
but we do not get any support because for what I believe, the state of mind of a person in charge when doing what we do, it must be well supported.
But with us as ECD practitioners and let me say ECD managers is different. It seems like there are two bulls in one kraal between us and the officials. Kuyaliwa, abo mama bama crash, bayagula ngobuningi, we've got depression. Others, they've got chronic diseases because of the stress and depression that they're getting from ama officials, from our local offices.
The ECD owners are stressed. They are facing difficulties because of not being taken care of well, as I've been stating.
We can all agree that COVID-19 is khombise izinto eziningi. Last year, when we were on lockdown, most children were abused by their fathers, their uncles, their brothers and neighbors because they were not at schools. And when the school reopens and the rate of child abuse dropped, but the problem that we are facing as the community and people who have volunteered to take care of children, we become victims of officials in our local offices. We are always, angazi ukuthi ngithini ngesilungu ngiyaphambanisa, but sibhekwa njengabantu abadla imali.
We are perceived as people who consume the money.
My expectation as uThembi ukuthi ama social workers, they need to support us, give us support all the time and believe in us so that when we have good state of mind and emotions, we can spread love to these children so that we attract even more children to come to our centers and give them love and care.
So, as social workers, we as foster care, early child development owners, we really do need the support from the social workers so that
I
we can have
believe that
the proper state of mind.
Early childhood development is important, and it is the responsibility of everybody. The ECD volunteers, which is me and other people here, and the social workers. But if they have this attitude, abasphatha ngayo, sigcine sibona i-NPO as a problem. Our minister once announced that they are merging with the Department of Education, taking early childhood to the department. I did not celebrate because I know the importance of social development in the life of a child. So, mina okwami
Thembi.
ngicelayo ukuthi, can we fix our local offices? Let the social workers work with us and with love so that we can spread the love to children.
Sestembi,
Yebo, ma'am.
I want to check something. When you're saying that you are fighting with the social workers, you mean all the social workers are fighting the practitioners and managers? On which way?
I did not want to be personal, but with your question, I think I am going to be personal.
No. I'm not saying you must tell me maybe
My incidents.
but generally, are you saying that
Generally, that
you are not
is-
assisted around this place by social workers?
Yes. The answer is a big yes. Because social workers, they've got this mind that abo mama bama crash badly mind. So what they will do when you can go to a social worker, tell them about me, instead of them being professional, because we have offices, to come to my office and say, Tembi, please bring all the books. Remember, we've got NPO officials in the local office, and we've got social workers, and everybody une responsibility yake. They can come to the office and verify if the information is correct. But instead of doing that, they will abuse you. They will abuse you instead of coming to your office and verify the information that they're getting from this person. Because there's this thing of people thinking that ECD principals are making money in the early childhood development. And
Okay.
it's 100% wrong. We are one group of people who are suffering. Number one, we don't have salaries. We don't have even if people go out and toy for increment of their salaries, we don't have a right to do that. We are receiving what it can be. I am earning 1.5 every month. Can anyone live with 1.5 or feed their families at 1.5? No ways. But we are still willing to work with the Department of Social Development, to work for the government, to make sure that the DSD is shining in our country. Early childhood development should be taken serious and be given 100% support by everybody who is involved. Not only the minister telling us things that we can see on TV, but when it comes to our local offices, it's different. We are suffering. You can see the pain in me. I am shaking because I am torn apart between leaving the center and going to look for employment.
Please
And
don't
it
quit.
doesn't mean that I'm not educated. I did my NQF level 4, I did my NQF level 5, I did my NQF level 6. I've got BEd degree in early childhood development. I am educated. I can go and look for employment, but my passion is with working with children.
No, thank you very much, sister. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Bingelele, Parliament yasekhaya.
Greet the parliament.
Sijabule ukuba khona kwenu.
Thank you so much for your presence.
Noma sesimunyu nje.
Even though
Sisithembi usenze
we are
sabamunye.
torn apart,
Igama lami nginguRachel Mthembu,
My name is Rachel Mtembu
eBhokonote ekhaya labo,
from
Crash.
Pokonot, Ekayalabo branch,
aphansi komkobola.
under Mkobola.
Sijabulela ukuba khona kwenu nokusivumela ukuthi sisho loku okukithi ngabantwana.
We'd like to thank you very much for your presence and to allow us to state what is on our heart about children.
Ngingugogo ngaqala icrash ngina 32 years ngisebenza nabantwana nomphakathi wonke.
I have 32 years in this industry working with children and the community.
Into ebhlungu kithi bomama bama crash
The painful thing with us, the crèche owners,
ukuthi uma sisebenza ngabantwana igovernment ingena ngaphakathi kwethu, social service ingena ngaphakathi kwethu, ithi asithatha abantwana njengoba sibona ukuthi abantwana bahlukunyezwa kangakanani emphakathini, sizama ukubabutha elandawonye ukuthi mabahlale kithi bondliwe balindwe bangalinyazwa nokuthi kuze abazali bafike babathole baphephile.
the thing is, the social development doesn't take us serious about what we do because there are comments that we do not accept children, we do not take care of children, and that thing saddened us deeply.
Angazi noma kusema office na phezulu na la kwenziwa lento noma kule office lethu la uma abathi asiletha abantwana sibuthe nabantwana ngoba kukhona nemizi engalingani.
I don't know if this occurs
Efuna
only
thina,
on the high-ranking
bomama
offices.
bama-creche ukuthi sisize.
I don't know if this is happening there in the office of the social development only, that we do not take care of children, because we as crèche owners, we do, and we really need your help and assistance in doing this. We can't do it alone.
Bese bathi asiletha abantwana ngendlela yabo basise bathi asambe sinikise ilento kaSASSA sesishayisa itembu senze njani sibaletha abantwana ngendlela sinabo.
They say we need to bring children, and we do bring children even for the SASSA registration.
Bese basithatha bayabahafula abantwana.
And then,
Bangasabathathi njengoba mhlamba ke ngithi ngiza nabantwana baye 150.
then they cut
Nase ibuya,
children into two.
I-service level agreement inginika 50 yabantwana phezu kwe 150.
Say for an example, I brought 150 children, but when the service arrangement or
When the service level agreement is reached, you have a document that only subsidize 50
Yes.
children instead of the 150 that you
Yes.
applied for.
Bangasichazeli nakhona ukuthi babajuba ngaliphi and nababajuba bajuba laba abapoor of the poorest.
they don't even explain to us why do they cut this amount of children. Because even when they do the cutting, they always cut the ones who are the poor, the most poor.
Asazi ukuthi sizomisa kanjani ku social service. Yabonga ukuthi kuba khona kwenu sibike lokhu ngoba uma nisincumela okanye sithi asingeke sithi ile yethu ngoba le yethu ioffice sitshela ngani ithi ngabaphezulu abathi asikhathe nathi sikuthole kunje. That's
So-
why asho usystem athi asisizeki ngoba basitshela ngani singaniboni. Abakwazi ukuthi bona bathathe lokwethu sikuzubhlungu banikeze nina njengoba bahlala nani nikwazi ukusisiza ukuthi senza njani ngalabantwana. That's why abantwana abanengi balimala bahlukunyezwa ngoba asisakwazi ukuthi sizobafaka la imali ye50 ayingeke ibondla abantwana bayo 100.
So we thank you very much for your presence here, because our office normally points to your office. So now, since you are here, probably you can assist us with the cutting, because really the money for the 50 people cannot take care the rest 100 people.
Siyacela ku parliament yasekhaya
We are begging you as the parliament.
mayingasijubela abantwana ngoba ukubajubela uke wabona ukuthi njengoba usesithembe atsho athi inhliziyo zethu azisakujabuleli lokusebenza nalabantwana ngoba oqala imali incane for abantwana. Asikwazi ukuthi sibanikele bonke lo sibathathile labantwana abanye ababhadali nokubhadala siyacela ukuthi abazali mabasiwashele mafastera ngoba sibona isituation yasekhaya ukuthi injani.
So we're
Uma
begging you as a
senizijubela-
parliament not to cut the money because it's very difficult. In some situations, we even ask some parents of the children to wash the windows at the crash, just so we can support them seeing the situation at home. So please, by all means, do not cut the money.
Enye yezinto esicela ukuyibuza ukuthi ngempela i-service level agreement sisayina kangaki?
Another thing that I want to ask is that how many times should we sign service level agreement?
Ngoba sesiyoyisayina kwesithu nge-24 zakaJune kanti sisayinile.
Because it will be the second
Ma-
time we sign
asisatholi
the
kahle.
service level agreement and we signed it last time in June.
Ngoba ngithi nangithi ngina 32 ngisho ukuthi bengisebenzisana nawo ma social work besiyisayina kayi-1.
Because
Kodwa nonyaka sisayina kayi-2.
we used to sign it
Sicela ukubuza,
once,
asisho ukuthi ku-wrong, asisho ukuthi
now
ku-right, kodwa sifuna ukuthi
we are going to
sithole
sign it for the
i- i-
second
i-
time.
i-
We're not saying it's
ukuthi
wrong, we just need clarification.
Yes, ngiyathokoza.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Ngithokoze.
Thank you.
Ojame lapha ngusenzeni Rantseli
I'm Senzeni Ranseli.
obuya eKwaGafontein under Imkobola.
I'm from Kwaggafontein and Mkobola.
I-organization yami yimgwezani preschool.
I'm from Wezani Preschool Organization.
Ngiyathokoza.
Thank you very much.
ECD, it's our baby to cry.
ECD yethu mntwana yethu sililelako.
Kodwana, amalanga la,
But these days,
akusesenjalo.
it's no longer the way it used to be.
Sithwele umthwalo.
We are under a lot of
Omunye-
stress and burdened.
Omunye esingawaziko bonyana siyowuthulela ubani.
And we don't know as to for who should we leave this burden.
Ngiyacabanga ukuthi inhlobo zethu abangani bethu laba ama center manager abakhona namhlanje ilangeli balihlole phasi ngombana sinazo inqonqo ilezi bekunganamuntu esingamthulela zona.
I hope our center managers will put this date down because we have a lot of grievances which unfortunately we don't know as to who to forward them to.
Siyathokoza namhlanje sinenisikela ithubeli ingilethela la ukuthi
We thank this
khona
opportunity
nithoma
very much
ukusibona bonyana sibalulekile namhlanje na.
because is it for the first time that you are seeing our importance now?
Ichencho
A change.
lithome ngo-2017
A change started in 2017
whereby ama-social worker
whereby social workers
basinikela ukuthi batsho asisayine meaning ukuthi bafuna ukuthi abantwana abazali mdele balethe i-pay slip.
social workers told us in 2017 that we must bring our parents must bring pay slips.
So ngamanye amagama umzali into engizwisisako ukuthi ubuyena bakhe i-birth certificate banayo basiprovide ngayo necard le-clinic basiprovide ngayo nokumdele bakhambe bayokujama umjeje for i-statement esesasa.
Now, our concern is that parents have already provided us with the necessary information and documentation. But on top of that, they are now expected to go and queue at SASSA.
La eMpumalanga under le isimo esikiso ngamanye amagama
Under this condition in Mpumalanga, it means that
subsidizer abantwana abathola isasa phela
It means
Laba
they
abanye
only
aba-
subsidize the
abanandaba
children who
nabo.
get the SASSA grants. Other children, they do not care about them.
And esinikeza i-challenge ukuthi abazali ababereki umuntu uyokujama umjeje imini yonke soloko ayofuna i-statement leso ekugcineni kwelanga uthole ukuthi nemchini basho i-out of line umzali uyabuya uzoba sabuyelela lesibili angeke sabuyelela.
Which is a big challenge to us because most parents are no longer working and they are expected to go and queue at banks for statements, which sometimes you'll find that the ATMs will tell you that the machine is offline. Now, will they tomorrow go back again to the very same queue?
Siyarapela.
We plead with you.
Angazi ukuthi sikhulume njani. And
I don't know how to
statement
put
le
this.
azange sivume thina. Sabatshela
never
sathi
agreed
angeke
to this issue of
bakhone
a statement.
abazali. Mara bona bayiphasisa ngaphandle kwevumo yethu. Nese ihlole lapha kuba sengathi ngithi esivumileko. Ukhona umzali ongavumela ukuthi umntwana umzali ayokuthola istatement sesasa lapha. Thina
We
into
never-
enisifunza yona le asiyazi. Abantwana bakhathiwe baba no nto kanje ngibona ngathi uyangiladisela. Abantwana bakhathiwe
Mama,
federe
Senzeni.
phezu kwe-100 so uthola 25 or ingaki.
Mama, just,
Hayi into le
just cool
iyasidisibela.
down. Cool down.
Angikuzwa?
We are here for you. Cool down.
Okay.
Because when you are like that, you will end up messing up everything. And
So
Cool
you are
down.
not able to tell us.
we are here
exactly
to
what we want
listen to
hear.
you.
Yo.
But I said I'm giving you only 5 minutes. But
You
when
could-
we are bringing in stories, you will end up not submitting anything. And we'll come back again. You'll be saying, no, you didn't give us chance to say 1, 2, 3. What is it that you want to see concerning this bill?
Kuyini lokho ofuna ukubona ngalo mthethomlingwa?
Ngibawa ukuthi ngombana izinto ezibhalwe la kubill zihle but la bayazichange bazifakela amablomu.
The
And
problem with
endweni
us,
ezingenziwa nangani ma province amanye.
the problem
Githi
with the
sodwa
bill,
esitrafekako la.
the problem with the bill is that it's got a lot of nice to do things. It's a good bill, but the problem is when it filters down to the local level, where people change it and they decorate it according to the way they want, and it gives us a challenge.
And bengibawa angisho manje siku democracy.
And I
Ngibawa
plead you
ukuthi
to-
indwezi azifane nama province amanye sibe kube uniform.
And I plead with you that these issues must be similar in all provinces so that we can all be uniform.
And let's say mhlambe imali ye subsidy iyangezelelwa. Thina kithi apha solo sijame endaweni eyodwa federe nokuphungulwa ibiphungulwe izinto zinengi nje ngeCovid le imali yama sanitizer in asinayo nje nemali leyo bayithumela lada nasi neCovid mara nithi sibereke njani.
The other challenges that we have is that the funds are always being reduced, whilst on the other hand, the costs are going up. Now, that presents us with a challenge that how
2
are we
seconds.
supposed to run and do our job with all these challenges?
Ngiyabawa ukuthi iCovid nasi asizameni ukuthi sisebenze izinto ukuthi nathi sikhone ukumitha comply ngendlela iCovid ifuna ngakho siyathokoza.
We
Thank
plead
you,
with
Mama.
that you assist us to comply with
The next
the
speaker.
COVID situation.
Ngithokoze
Thank you very much.
nginilotshise futhi abantu bonke abazithathela namhlanje beza kulo.
I greet you all.
Ngithokoze neParliament ukusuka kwayo le phezulu leke yehle ize kithi laphasi.
I thank also the members of parliament for having descended to our local.
Ngoba indlela senizwile musukuthi inlilo zethu zingangani.
We have now heard almost all our problems and concerns.
Angizuzibuyelela.
I'm not going to repeat them.
Mina ngizokuthokoza ngithokoza ukuthi ngithokoza ibill esize ngayo namhlanje engizokuthi nami ngiyayisayina ukuthi ngiyamukela le bill yokuthi sibereke ngomntwana.
I thank you for this bill, which I fully support, which is a bill that tells us as to how we should work and deal with children.
Ngiyacabanga namhlanje ukuthi iParliament iza kuthi nayisuka la bese kuyoba nechange.
I think and hope that when Parliament leaves here today, there's going to be change.
Kungazokuthathwa istatistics ngathi namhlanje bese nanisuka la niyokuhlala kuphela sisoloke salindako nompendulo no return.
We hope that you are not going to take and make a statistic out of us, go to your places or your places of work, sit down and do nothing for us.
Kukade silila bakwethu.
Whilst we have been crying and complaining,
Akusimnandi.
it's not nice.
Kuze sizoba la namhlanje kungoba sifuna ukubona ukuthi mhlawumbe zizakusulwa inyembezi zethu zeminyaka, not thoma today, zeminyaka inyembezi silila singazwakali.
For us to be here, it is with the hope that our tears that we've been crying for so long will be wiped away as of today.
Elokunye ngithanda ukukwenza iclarity, sikhulume ngama-social worker.
And I also want to clarify on the issue of social workers.
Mina nginguMaria Masombuka, ngibuya ku-center yeSakhile Early Learning Center.
I am Maria Masombuga from the Sakile Center.
Ngibuya ngaphasi kwe-office la kwaMhlanga.
I am from the Wamhlanga area office.
KwaMhlanga. Ama-social worker wami angithandi ukuwamosha. Siyasebenza hands to hands. Umuntu ungamoshi noma la sekakuphatha kuhle. Leyo ngifuna uyenza ibe clear. Angeke sathi ECD sithi sibambi bese siyobabambi sonke.
I want to clarify that social workers in my area, we work very well with them. And I'm not going to, just because of the occasion today, say that we do not have a good working relationship with them.
Ngithanda ukuthokoza iParliament izile, ngithokoze le-MEC ohlezi namhlanje.
I want to thank this Parliament together with this MEC who's present with us here today.
Ngoba lo MEC wayengithokoza le committee yale Parliament. Namhlanje ikwazile ukusikhumbula. Izange sikhunjulwe umuntu thina eMpumalanga special kwaNdebele sihlupheka ukudlula yonke into. iMpumalanga ihlupheka ukudlula wonke ama provinces.
I want to thank Parliament today together with the MEC because today they've seen our value and they've recognized us as human beings, as people of KwaNdebele.
Really siyasafara nginesibawo ke ngiba ukucela ukuthi kusuka namhlanje sulani inyembezi zethu ukusuka namhlanje ningazokumosha isikhathi nize kithi but egcineni kwelanga singaqalelelwa.
We plead with you that please assist us, wipe away our tears. Don't come here and then, but at the end of the day, only to find that we get no assistance from you.
Ngithanda ukuphi clarity.
I would like clarity.
Nasikhuluma nge-ECD.
When you talk about ECD,
asikhulumi the same people, sikhuluma two different, two izinto ezimbili ezihlukeneko.
we talk about two different things.
Sikhuluma ngo-ECD, mara iParliament nayikhuluma ne-province nayikhuluma nge-ECD, nama-department e-education nayikhuluma nge-ECD, ayikhulumi ngathi. Nikhuluma nge-grade R.
The problem with Parliament is that when they talk about ECD, they don't talk about us. They only talk about grade Rs.
Thina siyi-ECD ye-community based ekhaka lapha engana kwamuntu.
Whilst on the other hand, we are the ECD, operating on the other side through all the trials and tribulations on our own.
Why ngikusho lokho? I-ECD kuze ibe ku grade R. Education yezakithi. Yazo azokuthi ngibambisene nathi. Bafuna inlilo zethu njengoba size namhlanje. But ekugcineni kwelanga nakho sasiprovide ema community centers. Kwathatha umem we grade ofundisa grade R kithi kuma community based wathatha wasiwa esikolweni. Thina sasala le phasi enzazi.
Education came to us and they said they were going to collaborate and work together with us. But they came to us and took one of our staff members and they sent them to the grade R's with no assistance to us.
Namhlanje ke babuyila ngithi beze kithi. Bathi futhi sizobambisana nani siya ku shifting. Ukusuka ku DSD ni shiftela ku education.
But today,
continue silinde ukuthi sokushifta ngendlela right but sifuna only umem we 4 years age.
And today they've come to us again. They said we are moving from DSD to education and they only want a ma'am who's got 4 years experience.
Now I said, ngiyabuza bawethu.
Now I would like to ask,
Umntwana loya ophasi, ngisikhuluma nge-ECD. ECD is from lapha, from birth. Mhlawumbe sithi from 2 years to 6 years.
Since ECD is from birth to 6 years,
manje ngifuna ukukubuza ukuthi lo oyokusala lapha phasi ngomntwana wakhe lapha ku 18 months ku 2 years ku 3 years yena kanti akakaphatha umntwana na. Asikhuluma ngebill of child namhlanje. Sokhuluma ngebill yabantwana bonke na or still sizokhuluma ngebill eyosidivide phakathi na.
is the practitioner who takes care of that child who is 6 months to 18 months not taking care of the child? When we talk about the bill, what kind of a child and which child is that we are talking about here?
Ngakho sibawa ukuthi nanize la izalikithi kumnandi namhlanje ngoba involvile besilila sithi ayikho iqhumano phakathi kwethu no government wethu. Ngakho ngimthokoza empisi ukuthi namhlanje ukwazile ukusikhumbula ukuthi sikhona asize nathi sizoba nemibono. Sazi ukuthi la sithi siya ku shifting lo sikhuluma ngaye sikhamba nobani.
We are happy that today you have come to our level to listen to us.
1 second,
And
Manmari.
we are also happy that the MEC is here with us so that we can all get clarity and understand this shifting as to how this shifting is going to be done and how it's going to assist us.
Ngiyabonga engizokubawa sidiniwe stipend. Sifuna masalary. Number 2 sidiniwe ma declaration bese abantwana bayakhathwa. Kuthiwa declaration yini esebenzako between declaration form ne health inspector certificate. Phakathi kwazo zoyi2 nomntwana ngoba sisebenza ngaphansi kobunzima bento ezithu.
We are tired of a stipend, we want a salary. And we would like to
ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi phakathi kwama declaration kunento bathi declaration form siyayigcwalisa ye-police station bese umzali akhamba ayokuthatha i-proof yakwasasa. Manje ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi phakathi kwe-declaration form ne-health inspector certificate yini esebenzako lapho nomntwana.
I would like to know as to what works between the declaration form and the health inspector when it comes to the issue of children.
Ene kunye ngizokubawa ke ngene nemakhotho. Abazali bayasafara, abobaba bahlupha abomama. I-domestic violence ibhokile. Na uthi uyekhotho uyasupportisa ubaba. Ubaba ucima isupporto ungazi wena ngumama ukuthi isupporto iphuma njani. Ngiba ukuthi ikhotho kaMhlanga Keniyeni ngiyanithuma nekhotho kaMhlanga lokubuza ukuthi bangaki abomama abakhathelwe amasupporto abantwana. Abantwana bayahlupheka lemakhaya.
We would also like to plead with you
Thank you very much.
to go and
Manmari.
try
Manmari.
and try to work
Mama.
together with the justice system, especially the courts, because the issue of domestic violence is troubling a lot of women, and most of the fathers are supposed to support their children, but we find a lot of challenges there, which also have an impact on our sector.
Man Maria, thank you very much for your input.
Sithokozile mangomfakela
But-
wakho.
We said that as a portfolio committee,
Kodwana sithe thina
we are here
njengecommittee
to listen to you.
sizonilalela.
We are here to take all the inputs that will be given to us.
Size
Back to
ukuzothatha
Parliament.
konke lokho enisitshela khona.
But we want you to say, Mina as Maria, I want to see this and that appearing on the bill.
Kodwana wena bekufanele usitshele ukuthi wena njengoMaria yini ofuna ukukubona kuvela kulomthethomlingwa.
You were talking about ECD and the grade R, the 6 years. What is it that you want to see in the bill?
Ukhulume ngama ECD nama grade R manje kodwana umbuzo usalele ukuthi wena kulomthetho lo.
You were also speaking
ufuna
about the
ukubona ini,
declaration
liphi ichuguluko
and
ofuna
health.
ukulibona?
I said, don't tell us stories. Just say what you want to see appearing on the bill.
Sithe ningaxoxa indaba ede khulu, umuntu akasakhuluma ukuthi yena emthethweni na ufuna ukubona ini.
And you indicate also to us whether you support the bill to be amended or not.
Begodu
Because
sifuna
if you are
ukuthi
telling us
usitshele
the
ukuthi
stories and you are not saying anything about amending the bill, it means we are not going to change anything.
begodu sifuna ukuthi usitshele bona
Thank you
nawuqeda
very
ukukhuluma ukuthi uyayisekela na indaba
I'm just-
yokuthi umthetho lo uchugululwe na.
I'm just appealing to all of us here that we also need to assist by guiding us as to what is it that you want to see at the end of the day. Because after taking or collecting all these things, we are going back to Parliament to debate. Thereafter, that's where we'll be saying, we are having a bill which is going to guide you.
Sitsho lokhu ngombana sifuna ukuthi nisihlahle ukuthi kulomthetho lo ngoba sifuna ukuchugulula umthetho lo okhuluma ngendaba zabantwana. Yini into enifuna ukuyibona? Khona sizakuthi nasifike eParliament siyicoce indaba le sithathe imfakela yeni kube ngiyo esiyisebenzisako.
Ngithokoze.
Thank you.
Mina engakutsho mama ne. Ngiyokthomeni ngithe ibhili ngiyayisupporta and
I said I support the bill.
Engifuna kuamendwe lapho ukuthi abantwana bangasuka emasenta. I-department nangabe izakithi ayingene ngasema-crèche ibambe wonke umntwana ngoba sikhuluma ngomntwana ibhili le ikhuluma ngomntwana ayibambe umntwana from phasi le.
I said
6 years.
children must not be removed from the centers. And we also plead that when the department comes to our sector, it should make sure that it caters for all the children in the sector.
And okunye ngikuthwileko ukuthi njobe ngithe ake ningenelele nekhotho angithi sisebenza nabazali siyayibona inhlupheko kuphi ngithi nje ngikhulumela i-community kahle kahle angisazikhulumeli mina lapha ekhotho ngithe ake ku-amendwe kubhili yabentwana ukuthi ekhotho umntwana abe ne-privacy nakaye ekhotho and umntwana abuye godi lapha ngaku-maintenance khe ningenelele ngoba abobaba bagcina bangaba-maintain abentwana ngingatshelo bobaba nabomama kunabomama abadampa abantwana ubaba uphethe ikhadi nakwasi ubaba okufuna i-declaration lethini esiyifunako ubaba kakhoni uyongena kwasasa umntwana ubhaliswe kumama.
Thank you.
Umntwana uhlala nobaba leso sikhathi akasekho kumama umntwana lo use-crèche.
I also pleaded with you that maybe you should also try and intervene in the justice sector, in the court system, so that when issues of children are being deliberated on in the courts,
Thank you
there
very
can be
much.
privacy for the child.
Okunye ngikubawa ukuthi bantu bakwethu-ke ngiyayibawa nedi ukuthi lapha ku-stipend nayo i-amendeni.
I also plead with you that please amend the stipend.
Yes, you may proceed.
Ngiyabonga Chairperson.
Can you take off your mic so that we can
Thank you,
hear?
Chairperson.
Ngiyabonga Chairperson, ngiyabingelela amalunga we-portfolio
I
committee,
greet you, the Parliament Committee and the Portfolio Committee.
bingelele uMinister kanye no-MEC.
I also greet the MEC.
Igama lami ngumandla Nkosi wakaBlose, Ward 14 eThembisilane municipality.
My name is Mandle Nkosi from Ward 14 in Tembisilane Municipality.
Ngiyayisekela i-bill kodwa nginombuzo ku page number 2,
I
clause number
s-
5.
I support the bill, but I do have one question on point number 5.
La ukuthi khona 6 to amend section 8 by explicitly stating that the act applies to every child in the Republic of South Africa so that there are no interpretation difficulties, that users of the act will know that children includes non-citizens. Ukuze ngibe nombuzo la ngike ngaba ilunga le-SGB.
My question with regard to this
Sorry.
is that I was a SGP member before.
Sorry, can you assist with the mic? He's struggling there. Yes.
Ngiyabonga. So ebekwenzeka ku South African School Act ufuneka ukuthi abantwana ku admission policy abantwana mabathathwa esikolweni kufanele babe nama birth certificate.
On the South African
School Act.
School Act,
Yes.
it was stated that when the children are admitted at school, they must have birth certificates.
Yes, birth certificate. So la hlala khona emphakathini sine challenge ukuthi kunabantwana uthola ukuthi abazali babo akuwona ama South African.
So where we are staying, we have this challenge of the parents, the children, they do not have the birth certificate, they don't have their support.
Yeah, so in short, Chairperson, you will find ukuthi umntwana siyahluleka ukum-admitha esikolweni ngenxa ye-birth certificate and kunomunye umthetho othi umntwana kuyilungela ukuthi akabe sesikolweni. Manje uthola ukuthi esikolweni
So
i-South African School Act ithi ayisemnike 90 days sinikeza umzali ithuba lokuthi akenze aka-aplayele umntwana i-birth certificate. Uthola ukuthi kaningi wayena umzali akana ID.
So what happens is that we are unable to admit the child in school if the child doesn't have a birth certificate.
Yeah,
Whereas on the other hand, there's a law that says the child has a right of education. So in some instances, it goes even a long way that even the parents doesn't have the ID. So
Ya bengicela nje i-clarity ukuthi ku-portfolio committee ukuthi mangabe mhlambe let's say umama wase South Africa ubaba ubuya kwelinye izwe umntwana yena uthatha buphi uba ngithini i-citizenship yomntwana just bengicela i-clarity ngoba sinenkinga enjalo kaningi bese abantwana
So
labo
I was just asking for the
grants abatholi
clarity
ukuthi baye
about
esikolweni
the
bekuyiloko kuphela ngiyisupporta
citizenship.
ibill ngiyabonga.
I was just asking for the clarity about the citizenship in cases where a mother of the child is from South Africa maybe and the father is from another country or vice versa. That when in such cases, which citizenship does the child takes? Because this will help in a long run with regard to registering the kid, the children at school.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Sanibonani.
Good morning.
Igama ngosonto. Igama ngosonto.
My name is Sonto.
From Ward 12, Sonto Nyembezi, from Ward 12, Emalahleni,
I'm
local
Sonto
municipality.
Nyembezi from Ward 12, Emalahleni.
Before ngicala ukukhuluma, I would like to thank our Mama Lindiwe Nchalinchali, our MEC of Mpumalanga. As I stand here, I remember in 2017, whereby he was our local municipality mayor of Emalahleni.
Before I start talking, I would just like to acknowledge our MEC, Mama Lindiwe Mchalinchali, which used to be our mayor in Emalahleni.
During that time when he was a mayor lapha eMalahleni, bokukhona lento leyo ukuthi people they used to call me usonto edugulamandiya ongezwa. Then that sonto wedugulendiya wamwedugulamandia ongezwa.
It was quite tricky, that one.
They used to say,
You're having 5 minutes, ne?
okay.
But you are still telling the story.
Like they used to say that there is sonto.
And that story is not going to appear on our amendment bill.
No, I just want to say something so that when I start to say my
Go
story.
straight to the
okay. Mama Lindiwe and Chalinchali, our MEC, I would like to appreciate what you have done for our orphanage home in Malahleni. Due to issue of having children in my orphanage home, I'm running an orphanage home. I'm not from ECD. I'm doing different thing in our community, but also iyahlangana na ECD. So
I'm doing a different thing in our community, which is not ECD, but it does join the ECD.
Ngazi ukuthi uyothi ama-comment or uku-amenda, but okunye kuyoba uku-amenda, okunye kube ngama-comment.
So I don't know what to say. Maybe some will be the comments on the bill and some will be my amendments.
In terms of abantwana engihlala nabo abanganabazali naba-neglected ku-community sihlala kiyo.
In terms of the orphanage children and the children who do not have parents in my community,
Finding difficult, like, I'm a challenge at difficulty.
The sound, can you assist? The sound is not clear today, more especially that mic. Even before. Thank you. You may continue.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Ngiyabonga. Bengicela ukubuza kubomama bokuthi our MEC and our minister.
I would like to pose a question on our MEC and our minister.
What do we do uma sithola abantwana e-center esizalwe example abazali engizalwe ngibabona engithe ngizalwa ngazalwa ngazi ukuthi kunogogo bani nomama bani, then it ended up being ugogo bani or umama bani uzala abantwana generation to generation, then end up bangabi nama-birth certificate.
What should we do when we find children on the center which are born knowing some or part of their guardians?
Some of them, we know them, ama parents wabo, they are South African, but due to the issue of maybe Gogo or Mkulu, someone didn't apply for ID, then end up the whole family now, no one has got an ID, and also the children that come into the orphanage is the same problem.
So what should we do if a child is born and then we find that their family do not have their IDs, and that results the entire family not having identifications like the certificates and IDs?
Until angene esikolweni, until aye ku high school, until kufike isikhathi sokuthi uya evarsity and umntwana akasakwazi ukuqhubeka afunde due to ukuthi akana a birth certificate.
And then the child goes to school up until the varsity level, and as a result is unable to continue their studies because of not having certificate or the ID.
Senza njani ngama challenge anjani?
What should we do with such challenges?
Then again, good challenges too, or go amendment, maybe would ba add the amendment.
And then the second comment on the amendment about the challenge.
When I started to assist abantwana ku orphanage from 2003,
When I started assisting the children in the orphanage from 2003,
Mo we visita ku DSD, they used to tell us ukuthi umntwana after 18 fanele aphume home.
When we visited DSD, they used to tell us that after 18 years of age, the child should come out of the orphanage home.
What do you do with umntwana ofanele umkhiphe ku age of 18 akaka finish matric or finish matric akatholanga iNSFAS due to ama results akasi right and sokufika isikhathi sokuthi aphume home akana even none ukuthi uzomsaphi? What do you do with the issue?
So what should we do about such a scenario where a child is 18 years of age, it doesn't do well at school, maybe even the NSFAS didn't give that needed support because of the credentials of the child, and also that now the child is being chased away of the orphanage home. What should we do about that situation?
Again, in terms of
One second.
they said after 18, if umntwana akhona grant kufanele ikhathwe. Why they can't extend? I mean, after 18, umntwana kufanele aphume center. Why they can't extend like the same thing that they extending in terms of isasa? When umntwana is 18, if aqhubeka sesikoleni, they can be able to extend isasa yakhe usesesikolweni. Why they can't do the same with the orphanage? If the child is still in the orphanage, turning 18 and usese ku college or use university, he'll remain in the orphanage until such a age of.
So my question is, why don't they apply the same principle whereby if a child is 18 years of age, on the SASSA part, he or she can continue receiving the SASSA, the grant, but on the orphanage home, they say they're chasing him or her away. So why can't the same principle continue as well on the orphanage side?
Thank you. Thank you.
Last, ma'am.
The problem is that you are repeating the same thing.
No, I'm not repeating. Last will be, ngicela ukubuza ukuthi sisize kanjani in terms of, we are running orphanage homes, but we don't have a resource to build the orphanage, and when you go to your public works and other side, public works doesn't have money, and when public works anganamali, you try all your best to different companies around the area to collect what you can collect so that you can build the orphanage home. And after that, you'll find out that when you go to DSD site, then they will tell you, they won't assist you because you're not qualifying to get imali le stipend because of amanums and standard meet, and you're trying to meet amanums and standards, but public work doesn't have money to assist you. What do we do?
So one last thing is that, where do we find support to run orphanage home? Because when you go to DSD, they say we do not meet the requirements.
Thank you very much.
Siyamthokoza.
We also accept written inputs.
Siyayamukela nembono etloliweko ke kokwakho.
Because really, if you were to give somebody or an individual an hour,
Ngombana nabe singanikela omunye nomunye
it means we're going to
wethu
overstay here, and this hall is full.
lokho bekungathatha isikhathi eside khulu ene siyabona ngeholweni ukuthi sibanengi kangaka.
We're not doing justice to ourselves.
Sizabe singazenzeli ubulungiswa kwathina.
So we must also think about ourselves here.
Kufanele sicabangelane nathi sisodwa.
So please, when I say 5 minutes, let's stick to the 5 minutes.
Ngiyabawa-ke nangithi 5
And if there are something else, you need to write them down and take it to that table there.
Nangabe kukhona okunye ofuna ukukutsho kuhlole phasi bese
Even when we
kuselapha
go out, if you
etafuleni.
still want to interact with us, you are free to do so.
Na usafuna ukukhulumisana nathi uchaphulukile ukuthi ungenza njalo.
Before I take another hands,
Ngaphambi kokwamukela
let me
ezinye
also
izandla,
indicate that there are also the municipalities.
ngifuna ukutsho kodwa ukuthi kunabo masipala.
There are also officials of the departments, different
Kunenkulu
departments.
Zeminyango ehlukahlukeneko.
There are also the legislatures.
Kunesibethamthetho.
There are MECs there, there are also portfolio committees there, even in the local
MEC
municipalities.
lapho, kunama portfolio committee ngisho nangaphakathi
There is
kumasipala.
also members of parliament.
Bese kuba namalungu eParliament.
But the problem that we're having
Kodwa na umraro esiwuchiyako.
is that people pretend as if there's nothing, or there is no people where they can go and ask for assistance.
Abantu benza kwanga akunala bangaya khona bayokubawa isizo.
If we can take these things easier,
Nasingazinyaza ke indwezi.
I'm telling you, we can have a change community.
Angifuna ukunilahla.
And we can
Singaba
see that
nomphakathi
it's not
othukulukileyo.
everyone who doesn't want to assist.
Akekho umuntu ongafuna ukufaka isandla.
Some of the challenges that we are raising here, they should have been corrected long ago before the portfolio committee coming for hearing.
Ezinye zentshijilo niziphakamisa la bekufuze ngathana kade zalungiswa nangaphambi kokuthi i-portfolio committee yeparlament ifike.
And also, we don't have to wait for the portfolio committee to come for hearing.
Bekodwa kufanele isilinde i-portfolio committee ize la
If we want to meet with any portfolio committee from parliament, you invite or you write to them and say, as this community, we want to meet with you.
Baxoleleni nitsho ukuthi sibawa ikomiti enje nje nje ke izokuvela emphakathini ikhulume.
If you want to meet with the mayor, the MEC, the councillor, you have the right to do that.
Nanifuna ukukhuluma nemayara, ikhansela, u-MEC.
And if we can
ninawo
take it like
amalungelo
that,
okwenza
really,
njalo.
it will be simpler for us.
Bekodwa nanitlole phasi lokho kuba bulula khulu kithi.
Thank you very much. We are proceeding. Can I
Ngiyanithokoza,
get the
siragela
second
phambili.
badge of hand?
Siya esithatha izandla ezilandelako.
But I want to appeal to people that please don't repeat what has been said.
Ngibawa ukuthi singayibeleli into eseyikhulunyiweko.
I see the first hand.
Isandla sokuthoma.
Oh, I'm still checking this side. We still have hands this side.
Sesekhona ezinye izandla ngakuleli hlangothi.
Or namuhla kuna ti favor, hey, ta ya kaya ka ha ri nkarhi, sham.
Namhlanje ngathi ngizokuya ekhaya kusese elikhulu.
Are you doing us a favor so that we may go home early?
We don't have other hands this side.
Asinazo
There is a
ezinye
hand there
izandla.
at the back.
Nasi esinye isandla emuva.
On the other side, do we have people who want to contribute?
Bakhona abafuna ukukhuluma ngakuleli hlangothi.
No?
Abekho.
Mama, you can start.
Ungathoma.
5 minutes.
Sanibonani. Ngiyabulise amatafula wethu
I greet you
ngokulandelana
all.
kwabo.
Protocol observed.
Mina ngizocela ukukhuluma ngendaba yokuthi sinama stakeholders,
I want to speak on the issue of stakeholders,
i-Department of Health.
which is the Department of Health.
I-Department of Health ibikade iwela ku-social service.
It used to fall under social service.
Bayishintsha bayifaka ku-municipality.
Then it was migrated to the municipality.
So since i-health ingenile ku-municipality, asiphatheki kahle.
Now, since the department was moved to the municipality,
Ngoba-
we no longer get service the way we used to be.
Bashintshe ama-square meters bebasebenzela ngawo. Bawahlisa ayaphansi.
They reduced the square meters which we used to use.
Yingakho siba nama-challenges. Uyezu inspector, wena buwazi ukuthi i-crash yakho ithatha abantwana abayi-100. Yena mageza akubhalela isitifiketi, uyahlisa. But lesikhathi basesengaphansi kwe-social, bebasharpu basenzela izinto right. Manje sabahlise ama-square meter abantwana baba bancane.
When the inspectors from the department comes to inspect your hall or whatever, the problem is that they reduce the square meters.
So besicela ukuthi nisilungiseleni ukuthi babuyele lapho bebakhona. Bangathi mabafika ku-municipality basishintshele.
Please rectify that for us so that they can take it back to where it was before.
And then ngize ku-social development.
Social development, on the other hand,
besicela ukuthi nabo mabaqhubeke ngendlela bebasebenza ngayo
May they-
bayekele ukusogolisa ngama-declaration namasasa
May they
Abantwana
please
babe-
continue the way they used to work and discard these declarations.
ama-declaration lawa ayasilimaza nesasa iyasilimaza abazali abasebenzi agibele uma ufika lapha esasa bathi network ayikho kufanele ajike abuyele kusasa abanye baceda amaviki bangakhoni nokuwathola amasasa ntwela
These declarations and SASA are killing us because people are going to and fro and only to find that they do not get any assistance.
nenye into futhi engicela ukuyibuza ukuthi when it comes to abantwana khona manje siku-term 1 ngathi abantwana abakatholi imali ukufikela manje
We are on
Soleka
term
January,
1
February, March, April, May, June asikakatholi imali.
and we haven't received any funds whatsoever.
So i-crash sizoyirana kanjani?
Now, how are we supposed to run our ECDs
And
in
thina
that
siyabonga
situation?
bama-crash sesikhathele ukutshontsha ukudla kwasemakhaya ngoba siyeba.
And we are sick and tired of taking food from our homes to our ECDs.
Sithatha impuphu ekhaya ubaba ukuthuma igrocery so uyashintsha abantwana bakho bayalamba upesha i-crash ukuthi angeke uthathe abantwana babantu uzobahlalisa la i-crash ilanga lonke bangana breakfast, snack and lunch, snack sokuhamba baye ekhaya.
We end up taking groceries from our homes to our ECDs so that
Bengicela-
children cannot starve there.
Bengicela ukuthi ke nalapho checkele ukuthi kahle kahle imali ingena nini.
Please check for us as to when is the money supposed to come in.
And then nenye inkinga futhi esinayo I'm sorry mina I'm from JS Moroka. Ama social worker wethu eJS Moroka kunalento leyo ukuthi bathi iza manje kunento kufanele ukuthi nizoyisayina manje sifuna i-admission nithi manje tiyatsamaya no
The problem
Pila ka
that we
pila ka
have
pila.
in JS Moroka is that our social workers will call us to the office and they will say to you, come now. There's something that you need to sign now.
so besicela ukuthi naleyo basiphi ishansi bangasitsheli ukuthi eWitbank eNelspruit bafuna lezi zinto tshwanetse go di submita now so re kgopela hore
So
ifele
we-
leo
We plead with them that if they have issues that they want from us, they should give us time to prepare and to go to their offices.
nenye into futhi although bandlulile ama salaries asifuna ama salaries sifuna stipend and then sifuna ukwazi ukuthi ne EPWP isebenza kanjani ngoba abanye bababizile abanye abababizanga.
We would also like to know as to how the EPWP works because other people are called for it and others are not.
Size okwamanje futhi sinenkinga ye-stimulation abanye imali bayitholile abanye abayitholanga and then naso i-stimulation sisigijimisile safuna ama-data saya kuma-internet cafe namanje siyakolota sakababhadala abantu basema-internet cafe ngoba yibo bebasinceda.
We also have a serious challenge with the stimulation.
Stimulus,
Others-
the COVID-19 stimulus relief fund.
Okay.
And then
Other people have received those funds and others haven't. And when these funds are supposed to be dispersed, you'll find that we must run to and fro to the internet cafes and we end up even owing the internet cafes.
And then enye futhi ile yama birth certificate although ubaba ikhulumile there's a document that I received from education but if umntwana kungasuwa la ekhaya aphuma kwelinye ilizwe or angana birth certificate kufanele siphe abazali i3 months ungamthatha umntana ecrash kodwa sibaphe i3 months ukuthi sibaphushe ukuthi umntana abe nayo birth certificate ngiyabonga.
Our other challenge is on the issue of birth certificate,
very much.
especially in a situation where one parent is from a foreign country. They say that we must give the children a period of about 3 months to acquire the birth certificate.
Good afternoon.
Lotshani.
Firstly, I want to greet each and everyone.
Thando nilochisana ke.
And I want to say thank you for this opportunity that I can also say something.
Ngiyathokoza leli thuba.
Firstly, the lady that now was in front of me, she actually said what I wanted to say.
Uma lo qeda ukukhuluma ukhulume lokho bengifuna ukukutsho.
So I'm not going to waste anyone's time. I'm going to get straight to the point.
Manje angizukumosha isikhathi somunye nomunye umuntu.
Before COVID,
Ngaphambi kokufika
or let me
kwe-COVID
say after COVID,
namkha
there,
ngemva kwayo
there was a problem with the ECD centers that was not registered. And it came to the conclusion that there was a lot of ECD centers that was not registered.
kube nomraro ukuthi ama-ECD amaningi bekangakatloliswa.
So most of, according to my knowledge,
Ngokwazi kwami
there's no different in the ECD centers. Whether you have a white ECD center, or you have a brown ECD center, or a black ECD
ama-ECD
center.
awahluki.
Our main focus is to develop the kids.
Siqale kokukhulu ukuthuthukisa umntwana.
So now my problem is that I have as an ECD center,
Manje nginayo le ECD center mina.
I feel that Department of Social, there is a difference how they treat the different ECD centers.
Ngibona ukuthi umnyango wezokuthuthukisa kwehlala kuhle uyakhethulula uyabandlulula ekuphathweni kwama-ECD.
Up till now, there is
Ukufika
a
manje-
lot, there's a lot of ECD centers that are not registered.
Kunama-ECD amaningi angakatloliswa.
And we've been asking Department of Social, please help us to register.
Siubawe kaningi umnyango ukuthi usisize ukuthi sizitlolise.
But it seems to us that the Department of Social are only there to help the people for the money and not actually to get registered.
Kodwana umnyango ubonakala kwangathi
So
ukhona ukuthi
most of the ECD centers still up to date, we are struggling. When we ask Department of Social, what is the procedures that we must register? No one can give us an answer.
ama-ECD amaningi ayatlhaga ngombana nasibuzako ukuthi ikambiso yokuthi sizitlolise yiphi abasitsheli.
As the lady said previously,
Njengombana lo mma ukukhulumile
Depa-
uselatshwile.
Department of Social only comes out when they want the admission forms.
Umnyango uza kithi kuphela na ufuna amaforomo.
From my personal opinion, from my personal experience as well,
Ngokwazi kwami mina
as a principal,
njengoprincipal
they just phone and say they're coming now. They want the admission forms now.
bayakufonela bakutshele ukuthi siyeza nje sizokufuna ama-admission form.
They don't give you time,
Abakunikela isikhathi
and always is the forms or the IDs that you send to them, it get lost.
begodu amaforomo esibathumelela wona namkha ama-ID ahlala lahleka ngamalanga.
So my concern is,
Manje
what
ngitshwenyako nginasi
is Department of Social doing with our papers?
umnyango lo kanti wenzani ngamaphephethu.
And my other concern as well is,
Begodu enye into engitshwenyako
is,
nginasi
Sorry, ma'am. You said your name is?
it's Direne from Kriel. Direne from Kriel.
Okay. So when you go to social development, they don't allow you to go to social development.
No, they
If
come.
you want to check something or to be assisted.
No,
do
no.
they allow you to go there?
No,
And
they
don't.
they just phone you and say they are outside, they're coming to pick up the admission forms.
No, no,
And
I'm checking something. If you want assistance and you go to the offices of social development, do they assist you or they turn you back?
No. What happened is they made a group for all our ECD centers in Kriel. So that is where we communicate. That is where we communicate. The same with the funding that was supposed to be
Let's
released.
say, for instance, I want to start my ECD. I don't have information, but I want information, and the only place where I can get this information is at the Department of Social Development, assisted by social workers. So I'm just asking, or I'm checking with you, when you go to social development, do they assist or they don't assist?
No.
nawe emnyangweni ngabe bayakusiza namkha bakusizi na.
There is a certain person that is allocated with ECD center.
Kunomuntu
So they will
osebenza
refer you to
ngama-ECD.
that person. So when you get in contact with that person,
Nawuthintana
that person
naye.
will tell you they will come back.
Umuntu loyo ukutshela ukuthi uza kubuya kuwe.
And up till
I'm
today,
still lost. I want to get this thing clearly. I'm saying, if you are starting, you want to start with an ECD or a drop-in center or whatever that is attached to social development, when you go there, because they will call you after, that one it will be after when you started something.
They do not call you unless you call them back. They do not call you. As I said previously, the only time when Department of Social, when you see them, is when they come for the admission. From the 1st of July, when we open after the COVID, you do not see them. You do not see them.
Okay. No, proceed.
That's where Department of Social come in again. With the funding that was supposed to be there for the educators. You get something on your phone, as the lady said. You must have data, you fill in. It keep on coming back. This is not complete, this is not complete, this is not the right. When you phone Department of Social, they do not come back. Or they will tell you they also lost somewhere. They also waiting for answers, or they are busy. So that is my concern that I really have. All the procedures, I personally feel that there's procedures for each and every section. So when you go to, for example, when I go to Cape Town, and I have a conversation with one of ECD sectors there, Department of Social are working differently there, that they are working differently here. So my concern is, why is it? Because we've got a curriculum that we also need to complete. For example, in Gertsebande, they can have, for example, Wendy's as classrooms, whereby us in Crew is not allowed to have a Wendy. So what is the criteria on that? The same with the training. Why is it just that certain daycare centers get the opportunity to go for training and others don't get opportunity? And now I'm also not talking, I'm talking for myself, and I'm also talking for the ECD centers that are in town. Because it seems like Department of Social forgets about the ECD centers that is in town. The same as the ECD centers in the location are struggling. We as the ECD centers in town are also struggling, and we also need their help. It doesn't mean that we are in town that we don't need their assistance. So my request is that the Department of Social must treat each and every ECD center the same way. That is because on the end of the day, we are ECD center, early childhood development. We are there to develop the kids.
Thank you very much. 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 Don't worry, we will follow up what we're saying. Can I check if we do have a social worker in this hall? Do we have any social worker inside here? Oh, 1, 2. These hands are for social workers. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you very much. Please don't leave the hall, because I will give you time in order to explain some of the issues that
Sibawa
they
ukuthi
are raising.
ningakhambi ngombana
So please
sizonikela isikhathi
write
sokuthi
down each and
nihlathulule.
everything so that you can explain better. Thank you very much. Mama?
Sanibonani nonke.
Yebo mama.
Ngibingelela ke. Okay, wonke ama stakeholders akhona. Ngiyajabula kakhulu ukuthi nami ngitho.
Your name again?
Okay, igama lami Michelle Masilela
I'm
from
Michelle Masilela
from Emalahleni Municipality.
from Emalahleni,
ECD ekukhanyeni Nazare.
from Ekukhanyeni Nezare.
Okokuqala ngibonga ukuthi nje sithola ithuba nathi
We'd
lokuthi
like to
nize.
thank for this opportunity.
Niyama ngizothina ama superiors wethu nizosilalela
To come to listen to
ukuthi
us.
yes ukuthi yini esikudingayo siyabonga futhi nokuthi nibuye. I am with support fully ukuthi amendwe
We fully
Umntwana.
support the amendment
bese ke kuba nama inputs ke ukuthi
and we
yini
would like to make inputs
njengogogo kwa ECD acela ukubona for abazukulu bakhe abazoza bazophatha
Hayi ngwemi nikhoma kahle kuyini. Ikumkhometi maka kahle. Yeah.
okay okokuqala
Firstly,
kuma ECD so kuma ECDs yes
On
social
ECDs.
development yomntwana ukuthi our registrations
we would like the registrations,
makangabi nama partials as
not the
njengezikolo
partials,
as njengezikolo nazo if
just like schools.
educations iyawazi izikolo zabo uma kuzokwenzeka ukuthi izosivala izosilandelela but iyazi isikolo simi lapho until kuze sifail but us la siyanikezwa ukuthi for 3 months
We are
bese
given
futhi
3
qala
months.
phansi umshikashika wenqwaba yezinto esizisubmitayo uyafika
And in that 3
gogo
months
wenze
we
wrong
have
uyobhala
the
faneke
problem.
mase uyobhinda so uhambe imali yakho
Mama Michelle, you must give that gentleman time to.
okay.
Hey, mama.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Ugogo begathi ke i-registration yethu kuma ECDs let it be not partial or conditional ibekelwe iminyaka.
So our registration on the ECDs, it shouldn't be partial.
It should be
That's our
permanent.
belief. It should be permanent.
We are here and silapho for umntwana forever so langu Jesu angakabuyi umntwana ukhona nathi sikhona.
We will be there forever until Jesus comes.
Then ama submissions ami kwa DSD will tell ukuthi I need to be followed. Kunezinto engingazenzanga kahle.
My submissions on to DSD are need to be followed. In
Ukuthi
case there are things that didn't occur well.
yes is then ke manje mhlambe lapho ke kungafikelele kutheni all right ekukhanyeni siyasimisa i-certificate sakho for this period lungisa la nala njengoba bebenzile kwi-COVID masizovula.
Say for an example, Ekukhanyeni, we are suspending your certificate for this and this and this, like in the case of COVID-19, for an example.
Yes, bebathi ke uzothi mangabe bawucomplyanga bakunikeze 2 weeks then bebuye bakucheck but okay then you can open. So it be nakuma certificate 8 us ama certificate wethu ma ECD sicela ukuthi abe permanent kwi amendment.
So we also ask that our certificates should be permanent, not on the amendment. Like for instance, with the COVID-19, when they suspended us for time being, they told us the reasons for the suspension. So we ask that the same occurs with the certificates as well.
Yes, thank you. Kungaphindeli ke emuva kancane kulaba bebashuka ume obekasuka la my colleague because I've written nakulo ophambili. Ukuthi siyacela ku amendment lethu ukuthi let be a recognition of all ECD centers because ngiyacabanga ukuthi each and every municipality has the statistics. So ukuthi SM kwi area yami how many registered and how many unregistered ECD now.
So we also asking for the recognition of all ECDs. Like, say for an example, in my area, I should know how many ECDs are registered and how many are not registered.
And njengoba umhlaba ungaka or ama provinces umntwana uzalwa every day and there are many mushrooms or registered ECD avelayo. Let it be the duty of our social workers to go out kuma areas and babon guti ama ECDs mhlawumbe angasemuva abagada abantwana angakanani, so that kuzoba khona i-statistics esi-right for them and nani kwi-parliament.
For statistical reasons now, we all know that children are born every day. And as a result, more and more new ECDs are being formed. So we are asking that the social workers should be their responsibility to check that each and every ECD that is formed is at least registered.
Okata kusuka la ubethi there are trainings for amanye ama ECDs amanye awabikhona yikuthi angithi manje amanye awaziwa kanti uma kuphethwe statistics sokuthi I've got la emalahleni we've got 500 ECDs, 200 are registered and the 300 yilawa asafaneke atotobiswe ekutheni nawo ngoba aphethe umntwana, they should be recognized.
The speaker before here mentioned something similar with the recognition of the ECDs.
Mase kuzake kuma fundings. Siyaxolisa ukuthi kwangathi mhlambe sibhekelele imali. It's a very deep concern yokuthi kuvela izinto ezivusa ngizothini the hope yokuthi okay, here's our social development, maybe nani parliament ukuthi nithi let's go and apply for things. Non-registered and non-registered ECDs, as long as maybe they've got ama NPOs, but they're not still funded. Ngizela lapho sengikushilo. Ngizala ekutheni kuloku siyagcwalisa esasho lo. At the end of the day, there is akuna any into yokuthi you are rejected or do what.
So with regards to funding, it's not that we are after money, no. But because some of the things that are required by the officials from us, they do require some funding, of course. And
for instance, uma kuvula for COVID, kuwe wana promises wama PPEs for all registered and unregistered ECD centers.
And when we opened for COVID-19, there were
promises and there were forms we filled.
The forms were filled for registered and unregistered ECDs.
I'm sorry, we don't want to be personal, but ngiyacabanga ukuthi there was something in ekijimisayo. We end up having two, I don't know whether it's a face cloth or what, and a big storage box that was a PPE. I don't know.
So I don't want to be personal, but we ended up having a big box of the PPE.
Lana engicela ukuthi every promises eniyenzile maybe ivela kini mother body, do a follow up ukuthi what has been given to the promised ECDs. So
with regards to the promised stuff to the ECDs, please do some follow-ups about such things.
Amendment iti mother body do follow up kubantwana bakho. Bese ke kuma stimula go apply we wonke umuntu. Bese ke manje sekuthe cwaka asazi manje who must asilandelelele ukuthi what happened ekutheni manje kuthulekile siyaqhubeka siyakuthola or asikutholi.
On the COVID-19 stimulus refund relief fund, everybody has applied, but it's quiet now, so we don't know whether we need to follow up or keep waiting.
Esikushola ukuthi makungavuswa ama high hopes wethu ekugcineni sikhulume namanga kothisha this is this expected.
So we pleading with you that please don't raise high hopes to us and then we end up lying to the teachers and at the end the result is false.
asiyazi ukuthi kwenzakalani bazothi ke abo mem imali ifikile bayidlile uze usabe nokuthi uyothenga even iplastic yase KFC because kuzothiwa imali uyireceive nangu ne KFC thina asinayo. Thank you.
We don't want to end up being afraid of spending our money, like say for an example, buying a KFC, because there will be now rumors that we are eating the money, the stimulus refund, relief fund that is dedicated for the ECDs.
Thank you very much. No pumela kuti stimulus fund ainge ibulabuli yona, they will respond, social workers are here. Thank you, ma. Continue.
Sanmonani, Ninjani, Mbingele Hlalo, umbali wakamavimbelo khulumayo, usebenza Elkana School, which is a special school.
There is an interpreter there.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Wakamavimbela,
I'm Mbali Mavimbela.
usebenza a special school.
I work at special school.
Okuningi umama sekakushila bomama njengoba ngihleli phansi ngilalele mina ngizo eda bengisaqela ukuthi
Much has been covered. I will just add on what has been said already.
kuthini ngasiza kakhulu kuma special school ngobe ama special school mancane around
Kindly assist us on
emalahleni.
the special schools because we have limited special schools in Emalahleni. So we asking for your assistance there.
Yes, cause most of abantwana with disability baya kuma private and ama private they are paying a lot of money. Some of the parents they take imali grant to pay the school fees. So bengisacela ukuthi ngezelele kuloko ni check abantu babekile kids siyabathanda futhi masibona umntwana akusi right.
Please be aware and take extra care with caring for the children with disabilities, because now we see these scenarios where disabled child has to take their grant money to go to special schools because there are no other schools available. So if you can assist with that, we will really appreciate.
Niphinde ningenelele nicheck ama center which akhona registered ikhona ngasi registered
And
ningenelele
also check
lapho
the
eke
centers which are registered and the ones that are not registered and neutralize things.
into eyenza ngisho lokho yingoba abantwana bayahlukumezeka kuma center especially those abathi ba registered and they are registered ukuthi umntwana uya abuseka khona or bathi nangushile esikolweni or so on besacela ukuthi nisize lapho.
The reason being is because the children at the centers are being abused. So kindly assist and check for us there at the centers, if the centers are registered or not registered, and if we can deal with that abuse.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to check because there were people who were outside.
Ngifuna ukubona ngoba
I
ngathi
heard that there were 20, if they are in.
ebebangaphandle abamachumi amabili.
Do we have any hands, 2 or 3 this side for now?
Sibawa izandla embili namkha endathu ngaphaki leli hlangothi.
Do we have any? It's 1. Okay, Mama, come. And this side? I want to
Ngaleli
give.
hlangothi.
Oh, and you, Mama, there.
Sanibonani.
Good day.
Nambe ngithanda ukubonga ithuba engilitholayo.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank you.
Omi ngaphambili uLC wakasithole.
My name is LCC Tole.
Mama, please wait for a little bit. I'm told that the 20 are still outside. Can I get 20 that volunteers to go out in order to give space to those that they want to get in order to contribute? Please. Those that haven't spoken and they don't want to contribute.
Labe sebakhulumile banga chitela laba bangakakhulumi engizwa ngabo ukuthi bangaphandle bamachumi amabili.
Lindy, can you assist? Because those that have been speaking here, they are going out. And members are still going to ask questions.
Sibawa ukuthi nisihelebhe lapho ngoba amalungu nawa asazokubuza imibuzo so besibawa ukuthi laba bangaphandle ebebafuna ukubeka lokubodlana nabo bangene benze njalo. Bacho labo abasebakhulumileko baba ukuthi bangaphumeli ngaphandle nangabe khona sebaphumile siba ukuthi nibabize gilabe bebakhuluma la ngoba kusazokubuzwa nemibuzo.
Okay, you may continue, ma.
Igama lami ngingu-Elsie Sithole
I'm
from
Elsie.
Tweefontein.
I'm Elsie Stolle from Tweefontein.
Ibranch yasemlodo, ama-officials wethu awasemlodo. And then,
I'm from Mloto.
and then mina benginesicelo nje ukuthi mina ngirana i-creche empilweni daycare.
I run the
I'm a
Epwp
manager.
daycare crèche.
And then kuyenzeka ke ukuthi uma sichubeka njengoba sekunesikhashana sirana ama creche uthola ukuthi mhlambe ucela ama funds bese uya develop ngalendlela unga develop ngakhona bese mase u developile e center ubonakale kwangazuthi sewudla imali. So
What happens is
singasa-
that we sometimes request funds to develop our ECDs. And sometimes maybe it happens that we get those funds and then we develop, and then the people or the centers perceive us as we are consuming the funds from the ECDs.
ngoba uthola ukuthi ama crash amasha nama crash amadala akasaphathwa ngendlela efanayo thina asikudala sirana ama crash uthola ukuthi usizo from kuma officials asalitholi kahle
Because-
ngenxa yokuthi babona ngazuthi imali iningi lapha iyadliwa.
Because the new crèches and the old ones are not treated equally, because now, sometimes, as I've been stating before, they perceive us as we are eating money.
And then you get bese ke sinamaphoyisa endaweni esihlala kizo uthola ukuthi esenta bayafika bayaphula igebengu ziyafika ziyaphula amafastera wonke zikhiphe iminyango zimoshe yonke into ukhambe uye emaphoyiseni bese uyacela uyovula icase. And then after kwesikhashana uthola ukuthi futhi sebayaphinda futhi bayayenza lokho.
So the thieves, they come and break sometimes and steal some things on the ECDs. We go and report this into the police. The police, they come, maybe the matter is resolved, and then the same thing happens again.
Bese nawubuyela ubatshela ukuthi babuyile laba basho ukuthi esinye isikhathi babathole bese nase babatholile bese bayakutshela ukuthi ayi sibatholile nezinto zakho ezinye sizitholile. Then after kwesikhashana uthola
And then
ukuthi
sometimes the police, they do come to you and tell you that, yes, we did find some of your stuff from the ECD on those people who are suspects.
and uthola ukuthi like icase yakhona iphelele emoyeni awusayazi ukuthi iphelelepi so kuba simsesifu ngathi khona nokusebenzisana khona lapho.
But
And
now the case, you find out later, it perishes.
Mama Elsie, you saying you do have a case?
Yes, 3 times.
Come again?
Yeah, ngwenzile
You
ama case
reported a
three-
case 3 times?
Yes, I did
Yes.
3 cases 3
Esinye
times.
isikhathi esinye isikhathi azange beze.
And the case is still at court now?
It's a court.
Yeah, icase leyo yokugcina azange beze mara ngireportile icase solo ikhona solo ichubekile ikhona yona.
Yes, I
Okay.
reported the
Ow.
case. The third one, yes, I did report it.
Okay.
But it's still continuing.
I think we don't have to discuss this one, eh? But you must consult, you see the lady, that side, it's our secretary. You can go to her and give her the story in order to get everything because we don't know who is here. We are not here for the same thing. There are those that will be here maybe for something else. So, and we don't want to expose some of the cases that they are still busy dealing with them. So for that assistance, she's there, then will advise as to what is it that need to be done from here onwards. Just talk about these other things of the ECDs,
Okay.
not the case, yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I should be vele benginaloko benginokuthi nje bengicela nje ukuthi thina sitreatwe kokufana nabanye and then bese ke okwesithu ukuthi ke njengoba sima community centers and then uma sine problem basize noma baphila.
Yes,
Thank you
that is
very
what I
much.
was-
The
I was
second speaker.
asking. Same
Can I
treatment.
check from those who have just entered this hall, if there are those that want to contribute?
Ngiba ukubuza kilaba abangenile ukuthi bakhona abafuna ukubeka lokubotlana, abafuna ukukhuluma okuthileko.
Yes, I see one hand that side. On this other side?
Ngakelinye ihlangothi ukhona.
Eh.
They say they don't know what is being discussed.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a little bit, sis. No, I heard people saying they don't know what we're talking about. But they've left their places to say we are going to the hall. Here, they are members of parliament.
La ngaphambili malunga weparlament.
We are
portfolio
here for
committee.
public hearing
Size la uzokulalela umphakathi
about the Children's Amendment Bill.
malungana nomthethomlingwa ochibiyelwa.
We are here as members of parliament to listen to you talking about the Children's Amendment Bill.
Size lana thina siyi portfolio committee yeparlamente ukuzokulalela nina mphakathi nisitshele ukuthi nithini ngomthethomlingwa lo ohlongozwayo.
Thank you very much.
Siyathokoza.
You may continue, sis.
Baraka sis.
Ngiyabonga. Omelana uTeresa wakamkwena.
Thank you. My name is Teresa Mukwena.
Ngibuya esithabe sonke endaweni yaseMathezen Slope.
I am from Sithabe Sonke in my days in Slope.
Ngizocela ukukusho netlana ilabantwana laba be-speech.
I
Abane
want to
speech
comment
problem.
on the children with speech defect problem.
Mina benginomntwana ecrash le problem ye-speech.
I had a child at my ECD with the speech defect.
So usekakhulile so uya ku grade R this year akazi umzali ukuthi manje kosokuthi amthathe amise kuphi.
He has grown now and he doesn't know about the parents as to who will take care of him or her.
Ngibuya kwa social development ngiyomfunela usizo khona angilitholanga.
I went to social development to seek some help, but I didn't find anything.
And umzali uyakhala namanje ukuthi noma yombhalisa for i-grant namanje akayitholi uyafela ku-doctor so akazi ukuthi ayimenze njani so lezi ngane
So even the grant, the parent went to social development to register the child for the grant, but nothing has happened till now.
So lezi ngane ze-speech nalaba be-masign language bayahlupheka kakhulu ngoba abazi ukuthi abazali ukuthi fanele ukuthi babayise kuphi ngoba lana
So these
eMpumalanga
children
siyahlupheka ngayo.
with speech defect and the one speaking sign language are suffering because they are not taken care of, some of them.
So siyacela kakhulu ukuthi ababakhele izikolo netlana babe nazo la eduzane ngoba ukuye ePretoria kukude kakhulu ukuthi umzala angamisa lapho.
So kindly build some schools here locally for such children because going to Pretoria is too costly and some parents do not afford to do that for their children.
That's why umntwana sakagcina saka-abusekile lana ekhaya ngoba umzali umvalela endlini angazi ukuthi fanele ukuthi amisephi umntwana.
That's why the
Ngiyabonga.
children end up being depressed and abused.
Thank you very
at
much.
home.
The next speaker. Can I remind this house that you need also to say whether you support the bill or you are not supporting the bill?
Ngifuna ukunikhumbuza ukuthi nanikhulumako la phambili ninonde nisitshela ukuthi lo mthethomlingwa niyawusekela namkhanjani na.
Ngiyanibingelela.
Greetings to
Uyintokozo
you.
kakhulu kimi namhlanje
It's a pleasure
ukuthi
for me to be here.
ngize ngizoba khona la kule mbizo yeParlamente. Ngibingelela zonke ikhulu zethu.
I
Igama
greet all
lami
the officials.
nguMorini wakamnisi
I'm
endaweni
Maureen Mnisi.
yasePhola.
I'm from
Ngiphuma
Pola.
eMalahleni.
I'm from Emalahleni.
Abaningi sebekhulumile.
Most
Mina
have
ngizongena
spoken
ukuthi
already.
ngiyayisupporta i-bill.
I support this bill,
Kepha kunokhunye engizokusho
but I
maqondana
have a
nakho
few
ukuthi
additions
sikulungise.
that we need to rectify.
Chapter 14,
In chapter 14,
amendment of section 88 of Act 38 of 2005, as inserted by section 4 on Act 41 of 2007, bulletin 38, the word may must change to be must.
igama elithi may kuleso sahluko alikhitshwe kufakwe igama elithi kufuze umust.
Consultation between DSD and municipality mentioned implementation and monitoring need to be added. It should be stipulated where the children should be assisted with alternative accommodation.
Fanele kucaciswe ukuthi abantwana kukuphi labangasiwa khona ukuze bathole indawo zokuhlala.
Page 16,
Ekhasini 16,
amendment of section 93 of Act 38 of 2005 as inserted by section 4 of Act 41 of 2007. A, B, and E.
u-A, B na u-E,
The word may must be changed to must.
igama elithi kungahle alichugulule kuthiwe kufuze.
Page 16 and most. Amendment of section 93 of Act 38 of 25 as inserted in section of 4 of Act of 41 of 2007, A, B, and E. The bill needs to more prices and preferably use the terminology as ECD center, the word program can refer to a curriculum or a teaching approach. Page 17, amendment of section 96 of Act 38 of 2005 as set by section 4 of Act 41 of 2007. A, application and renewal of condition registration must be easy attained. Page 18, Part 11, Early Childhood Development Center. 103A, the word may must be changed to must. Page 19, National Norms and Standard for Early Childhood Development Center. 103B4, the word must be changed to holistic. To holistic. Page 20, application for registration and renewal of registration of ECD Center. 103D4, the provisional head of social development must provide an application with documentation stating that the application is in process of registration, the terms unregistered. Is used unfairly in many instances. Page 22, assignment of function to municipality. 103K, there should be uniformity in policies according to municipality within the contents of the area and speak with one voice. Page 24, amendment of section 107 of Act of 38 of 2005 as asset by section 5 of Act 41 of 2007, 58E, to be added. Provincial head of social development must have direct access to Part A and Part B of the National Child Protection Register. Page 57, clause 35(6) to amend section 78(c). The word poverty, declare word must be removed. Partially care facility must be determined individually, uniquely. Page 59, clause 47, seek to amend section 93. B, the word poverty, declare word must be removed. Partially care facility must be determined individually, uniquely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Maureen. The second speaker, you did a very wonderful job.
Sanbonani.
Yebo, ma.
Afternoon.
Nakina Rebecca Matole from Krill Emalahleni. Kamuka ke a o dumela motho o dirile ka re le ona
Maui, ke kgopela gore o gate ka boya. Ga o ka kitima ke tlo palla go kwa.
Sizula.
Ke re ge o ka kitima ke tlo palla go kwa. Good morning.
ke a o dumela motho o beile mo
Some I'm actually agreeable or support
ke
the
leboga le
bill.
modimo a mpile sebaka se le sa go kgona go fitlha mo go tla go kwa go theletša dintlokgolo ya rena.
I wish to thank God who has given me the opportunity to come and listen and even contribute to this bill.
Ka moka ba šetše ba di boletše ke a dumela nna te ke no botšiša tše pedi fela.
All the speakers who spoke before me, I think they've covered the ground. I'm just going to ask 2 or 3 questions.
Gore go na le nako o khotse le gore di social worker di go nyaka birth certificate ya ngwana wa 2017.
We are encountering problems with social workers. You'd find that he or she is looking for a certificate for birth certificate for a child for 2017.
Ga se ra ipotšiša ka gore re na le ma-social worker a rena a re tlhokomelago, a re swere gabotse.
We have social workers who are really taking care of us.
A ke nyake go a senya.
I
Go tse
don't
le gore
want to.
go na le di-copy tse ba di beilego.
I don't want really to speak bad about them, but they have copies in their offices.
Le yena le ba ma-social worker ba go botša ba re nyaka le wena ka mone rena re tlo nyaka.
They always advise us to go and look for the information so that they must also look for the information on the similar or on the same subject.
Jwale that's why ke le botša ke re ma-social worker a re tlhokomele.
That's why I'm
A ke
saying
nyake go a senya.
our social workers are
Bjale ke
looking after
ipotšiša
us.
gore ba bangwe a re nayo di-computer mo re savileng gona gore nna ngwane o gabotse ge nka baya maphepha ala ka gore ke a kgale-kgale ke a latlhile o go tlo toga gwa dira bjang ka nna.
Some of us don't have computers where we store this information. And then how can you help us to store the information?
Bjale re rutile ntho e nngwe gore re ska latlha bana after 5 years e fela.
This has taught us that any child who goes through ECDs, the information about the child should be kept as long as 5 years.
Ya bobedi
The second one,
ke kgopela go botšiša gore na mola gore signa gona di-SLA ba atiša gore ba nyaka chairperson.
when we sign this registration forms, there is a part where the
Service level agreements, SLA. Service level agreements.
service level agreements, there is a place where a chairperson has to sign.
Kua peleng a ba nyaka di-treasurer.
See
Kua
that
mo peleng a ba nyaka di-treasurer.
at first they used to ask for treasurers.
Ane jwale ba nyakile di-chairperson fela. A ba nyake
Now they've changed, they only want the chairperson.
jwale manager wa tlhokometse mola sekolong a ba mo nyaka a tlo lebelela service agreement eo.
The manager is not even allowed to peruse through the level agreement papers.
Bjale re kgopela gore ga ba signisitše re kgopela di-copy gore rena re dule le di-copy tše mo go rena.
After signing this level agreements, we also need to keep copies.
And ge chairperson e lašitše a bone tšhelete ele ka mola o ne gore mpatele le wena kgwedi le kgwedi a ke re bone tšhelete.
When the chairperson has gone through the level agreement papers, obviously he or she sees how much is being paid, and then at the end of the month she will be saying, please increase my salary or my stipend.
Be re kgopela gore le manager le yena a bone ka mola gare.
We also require or appeal that the manager must also have a look at the level agreement papers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Rebecca. It's 6 minutes to 1 now. And we are going to adjourn our meeting at 14 hours.
Sizokuthatha isikhathinyana sokuthi ke siyokuphumula sabuya ngo-iri lesibili.
So I just want to appeal to the 4 members here
Ngithanda ukwawa lezi khulumo ezine ezingaphambili nje.
that please stick to the point because members want to ask questions. Then I will give the opportunity to the MEC and the minister to say something. They are here. I think if we can give them chance, they will say something concerning what you were raising here. But if you want to lose that opportunity, it's up to you.
Nanikhulumako ni hlale endabeni msinyana ngombana amalunga la ngaphambili afuna ukubuza imibuzo. Ngemva kwalokho sizokunikela ungqongqotjhe nosomkhandlu ukuthi
So Mama, please,
baphendule.
straight to the point. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Sanibona nonke.
Good afternoon.
Mina nguMartha Sebothuma.
I'm Martha Sebothuma.
Ngirana iCity Center eMachidini eliboneni.
I have
Mina
a
okuningi
ECD center in Machiding.
sebakhulumile, bakhulume konke okuningi. Bashiye net
A lot has been said.
bashiye net 1-2 nyana, ne?
Only 1 or 2 points were left
Bashiye
out.
indaba yaba masebenza si ECD sinama cooker sinamagadena. Nawo fanele acabangelwe. Sicela ukuthi bababonelele ku
We
amended
also need
eke
to think
babafake
about the
ukuthi
cookers and the guardians,
ngoba anyeke sikwazi ukurana isenta ngaphandle kwabo.
because we can't run the center without them.
Sicela ukuthi nabo bacabangelwe.
So may they also be thought about.
Ukuthi bengibonga lokho kuphela and then enye futhi bokuye
Second,
second ne. Okay.
The second
Okay,
issue,
kulama declaration laba abakhulumile. Ukuthi umntwana mangana proof of income esasa bafuna ama pay slip. Kunzima ukuthi kumzali uthi pay slip. Akekho umuntu ongakhomba umuntu pay slip yakhe. Naye leyo sicela ukuthi niyibonele nibhekisise kahle.
we would like you to think about reviewing this issue.
thank
of
you very much,
payslips
Mama. Yeah, you were
when-
honest.
When parents do not have proofs of payment, because some people do not like to disclose such information.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Sanmanani,
Good afternoon.
njani?
Siyaphila njani mama?
Khona, khuluma noThembi wakamachika,
I'm Tembi Machika.
ngihlala la eSiyabuswa.
I'm from Siabuswa.
Ngisebenza stimulation,
I work in the stimulation at Zenzeleni.
Zenzele Stimulation Center. Yase Siyabuswa. Isicelo sami
My request,
nokukhuluma nabantu base parliament. Sine center from 97.
we have had this 10 center since 97.
Sinabantwana so abayi 72.
We take care of 72 children.
Sinamaklasi ayi3.
We have 3 classrooms.
And then iDSD yasihelebha ngokudla.
DSD assists
Isicelo
us
sami.
with food.
Bengicela ukuthi basibonelele mhlambe ngestructure
We request that they provide us with a structure.
ngoba from 97 solo
Because since
siyahlupheka.
97 we are struggling.
Asibi nestructure.
We have no structure,
Then iDSD iyasinceda ngokudla.
but the DSD does provide us with food.
Okwamanje singe education ingenile iyasibonelela kakhulu.
At the moment, we do also get assistance from
Umbuzo wami
education.
ukuthi ngibuze so abantu beParliament siba nama caregiver so ama caregiver ya trainwa
We have caregivers that must be
ngoba
trained,
sibanikela imali encane.
but
Umuntu-
because we give them a little stipend,
Umuntu uma asatrainile uyaphuma ahambe.
now once they've undergone the training, they leave us.
Education yona iyasinceda kancane. Bengithi mhlambi iParliament isibonelele kakhulu endaweni yaseSiyabuswa nyabo.
Thank
We
you,
would
Mama.
like Parliament through the portfolio committee to assist
Sanko.
us in our area.
Yeah, sure. Ngithokoze.
Thank you.
Sihlalo.
Chairperson,
Ngibuya ngilotshisa nazonke inthekeli ezikhona la ngaphambili ezibuye eParliament.
I would like to greet you all from Parliament.
Lo khulumako lo nguFrans Kabini omhlali wala eKameelrivier.
I'm Franz Kabini, a resident of Kameelrivier.
Ihholo le esihlezi kuyo ihholo ehlukanisa amaward amabili okuyi-Ward 9 and Ward 10.
This wall serves as a demarcation boundary between Ward 9 and 10.
Isililo sami sokuthoma ngesokuthi indlela leli hlelo lihlelwe Isililo sami sokuthoma ngekuthi indlela okuhlelwe ngayo leli hlelo namtjana lombuthano nofana le program lo thina ngokuya ngokwethu ayikasikhambeli
My
kuhle
concern is that the arrangement of this meeting
azange ikhanjiswe kuhle
hasn't been well coordinated.
ngoba sikhuluma nje sesitsho namanzi wokusela awekho angisakhulumi ngamanzi athengwako
Because we have no drinking water,
ngikhuluma ngamanzi aphuma epompini
I'm talking about tap water.
ngoba ukhansela ngokwakhe akazi
Because the councillor isn't even aware,
uSpeaker wamasipala akazi
the speaker is not aware,
umeyara akazi
the mayor doesn't know.
so into leyo isizisa ubuhlungu kangangokuthi
This
sele
has-
kungazi inthekeli zethu abantu abasiphetheko thina simphakathi sizokwazi njani
This hurts us a lot because the arrangement of the meeting, if it's not known by our leaders, how much can it hurt us as a community?
manje ke ngiyabawa ngokuzithoba ukukhulu
Now, I'd like to humbly request
ngibawa ukuthi iprogram le nakukhonakalako nisenzele enye
that if possible, you rearrange this public hearing.
Ngoba kuyi-program ebaluleke khulu.
Because it's a very, very important program.
And mangathi uyaqala ke ama ECD centers ama representatives wakhona ahlala la eWard 9 eWard 10 awazi ngicabanga ukuthi phekwe ngikhulumi lezi ezikhulumile kwesele ezidlulile nasinye isikhulumi enisitholile kwesi esirepresenta ama ECDs wala ekhaya.
And if you can check from all the speakers that have been here at the front, you might find that all of them are not from these 2 wards that I've spoken about area. So they are speakers from other wards or other areas.
Ngingomunye ojamele ama structures akhona officially like Kameelrivier njengoba ningibona ngibethe iskipa sesanko.
As you see me wearing the Sanko t-shirt, I represent the structures here.
So siyabawa ke bakwethu ngokukhulu ukuzithoba nokho asinidelele ni parliament siyabawa ukuthi nangabe kunama program afana nala nisazise sikwazi ukuthi sikwazi ukwafikisa emphakathini bengiyathokoza.
We request you that in future when you have these kinds of briefings or public hearings, you inform us as the structures or relevant structures so that we can take them and communicate them effectively to the community. And I thank you.
Thank you very much, Boot Franz. We do apologize as this portfolio committee if the communication didn't go well. I just want to also indicate to this house, I don't want to dispute the issue of communication. But wherever we go, our officials do communicate with the relevant structures to all the areas where we'll be having our hearings. Secondly, each and every time after the hearing, we do have interviews with the radio stations and also televisions. But if members around here didn't hear anything, we really apologize. But I don't want to commit ourselves to say, as the portfolio committee will come back for this, because we're still having to go to other provinces. And tomorrow we will be at Gertsibande, so if there are members that can go to Gertsibande, we'll be there. We're also going to take the inputs. They can also send the inputs to our secretaries, even if we are gone.
Sasa sizobe size Gertsibande begodu besingathaba khulu ukuthi nabanye nabangakhona ukuthi baye Gertsibande beze godu bayokuhlanganyela nathi le bathathe imfakela yabo nemibono yabo bayinikele office lethu labo mabhalani.
Thank you very much.
Sithokoze.
Mama, you may continue.
Ngarakela phambili ma.
Ngiyathokoza program director.
Sithokoze mphathi wehlelo.
Ngilotshise nengithekeli zethu ezingaphambili.
I would like to greet you all.
Lokhuluma nguleya Mahlangu from la Kameelrivier. From la Kameelrivier.
I'm from Kameelrivier.
Ngiyaxolela ngoba ngithe nami ngizokhuluma nawe minister, ngiyaxolela ngoba sowuxolisile. Ngoba kube buhlungu sihlele ngaphandle la sibabantu beKameelrivier. Okunenge ngizokhuluma la ngiqonda bakhulumile mara ngizokhulumela esayidini lami ngoba bengingaphandle angezwe next enikhulumileko ne.
A lot has been said, but I'm going to speak on my behalf since I was outside and I didn't hear anything that has been said.
Okay. I-challenge yami yokuthoma nasi.
My first challenge is that
Siba uminister basihelebhe la.
we request the minister to assist us
Minister sesenama challenges ukuregister ama NPOs.
with the registration of NPOs.
Ama NPOs are register athatha about 3 months to 6 months
It takes 3 to 6 months to register in NPO.
unless mhlambe isikhathi seCovid.
Unless maybe this is due to this COVID situation.
Ngikhumbula ngesinye isikhathi uminister wakhuluma wathi from nje ama-member cooperative ma-NPOs yonke into izathatha 1 day to 2 days.
I remember the minister speaking to us and saying to us that the registration of NPOs and cooperatives was going to take something like 1 or 2 to 3 days.
Ngibawa uminister asihelebhe
Please,
asikhumbule lapho.
if we would appreciate it if the minister can assist us in that regard.
Nginesililo godi la.
I also have a concern.
Kunabantu abavela ngaphandle babuya mhlambe bo-Wheatbank bo-Hlanzeni.
There are people who come from outside areas like Wheatbank, Ehlanzeni.
Bathatha advantage ukuthi silambile.
They take advantage of our poverty.
Bafike la bathi bona mama umbrella board wama social service.
They claim to be from social service.
Baletha ama project la kithi la wama crash.
They bring to us crash projects, ECD projects.
Bayasirecruita la emakhaya.
They recruit us.
Bathi sigroup abantwana nga-20.
And they will be asking us to group children in 20s.
For ukuthi sibakhiphe safe emakhaya.
So that we can keep them safe in our homes.
Siyabathatha abantwana sihlala nabo for 7 to 2 o'clock.
We do that and stay with the children from 7 to 2.
Bathi abantwana badli next bathi bathenge just breakfast kuphela. Umntwana from ngo-7 toti ngo-2 o'clock udla ubrotho ne-peanut butter ne-juice.
But the problem is that the children will find that they are only fed peanut butter and bread for breakfast and nothing, and juice and nothing else.
Basinikela istipend se-1,300.
They give us a stipend of 300.
I-700 rand ngileyo oyenzela umntwana leyo into ekuthiwa i-breakfast leyo mara kuthiwa i-lunch at the same time.
The breakfast also serves as lunch.
I-700 rand ke leyo i-breakfast
That
ne-lunch.
That costs 700 rand.
I-600 rand stipend sam.
My stipend then is 600.
Sibayi protection lapho minister. Nisivikele ngoba siyalimala emoyeni.
We request your protection because they are abusing us emotionally.
Enasaza abazali sibatshela sithina abazali bayamangala nasithatha abantwana babo sibahlalisa emakhaya sithi hawa umntwana wakho use-crèche mara at the end of the day akanama-results awatholako at the end of the day umntwana nakabuyela ekhaya athi ngidle ubrotho ne-juice
We
ne-jam.
don't know what to tell the parents of the children at the end of the day because we take their children, they only have breakfast and then
Ngiyaphelela lapho ngithokozile.
I would like to end there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Sithokoze ma.
I've learned that there are traditional council, the Maboko Traditional Council.
Ngizwe bona kunamalunga womkhandlu wendabuko kwaMabhoko.
We really appreciate your presence.
Siyanithokoza bekhosini ngokuba khona.
I don't know if he's the one coming. Or
Angazi ukuthi nguye lo zawo la.
do you have something to say, Papa?
Siwanchitele nakunelizwe enifuna ukulilahlela.
Ngiyathokoza.
Thank you very much.
Ithandelo zethu ezikhona leno.
I would like to greet.
Ngiyeva kakhulu ngoba zilaba khona ngabili ukuthi abayikhulumile engikhuluma.
I have a lot, it will take a lot of time.
Ukuthi
That we are the people Kameelrivier.
la ngeinto ihambe kwesingeno izithu namhlanje
And I hope that calculation this thing was in Polokwane. And if you look here,
abantu nakwinto nawe bayibuke bathi abengabe singayitsa indzawo
I was at the Kameelrivier from the Epwp and oil from right now. I couldn't eat it.
engikhwela abo bebani bujabule engakhoma and
It is a stage and
to MEC and the minister to say a word or two. So please. We're starting, Honorable Aris, can you start?
Ungathoma, Mhlonishwa eyes.
Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Ngiyathokoza sihlalo.
I think I want to concur with the last speaker.
Ngiba ukuqinisekisa nesikhulumi esamaswaphela.
It is clear that most of the issues raised here was just issues of ECD mainly.
La kuyacaca ukuthi imraro eminengi ekhulunyiweko indaba ye-ECD.
Because economical, social well-being
Ngombana ama-ECD la ne social development kuqalwa njengabantu abathekileko emphakathini.